Okay, the stream should be starting up soon. Please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Also, make sure the YouTube thumbnail's up to date. YouTube thumbnails update the Rumble description. Your Rumble description's good. Rumble stream is good. Let me check my other computer. Not exactly visible just yet on Rumble, which should be fine enough. So, let's go to get started. Here is games replay. There we go. And let's go get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another HPowers 4 replay. Spot on the top side as the Blue Deli Sultimate, we have Vortex. Spot on the south side as the Pink English with Louis MT. And now we do have, looks like a Man-at-Arms rush coming out for Pink. That is the scout right there, spotting for the Man-at-Arms. The scout did receive some fire there. I'm actually not familiar with this map here. This must be one of the ranked maps, because I don't recognize it being the single-player pool. A lot of ponds here, and fish. I've been doing a bit of research as well as what resource provides what gathering rates. Primarily, it's the all different sources of food. Fish provides the same rate as deer, if I remember correctly, and boar provides the best gather rate. In other words, fish is better than berries. But the Deli Sultan may have something here that may improve the berry income, and that's why he's going for berries. I'm not sure exactly. They do have the increased maximum. But fish has a really good collection rate. Seeing I saw a plus 13 there, so Deli Sultan must have some sort of benefits of collecting berries over regular wildlife. That I'm not exactly sure with. There's a lot of things I don't know since I just only play Mongols. Some of the villagers are seeing quite a bit of fire there from this Vanguard Man-at-Arms. Able to get some good damage there. Vanguard Man-at-Arms can be very difficult to deal with. There is no good way to really stop a Vanguard Man-at-Arms other than stick towards your town center. We've got the Scholar now advanced aboard. Of course, Deli Sultan has access to a Scholar, in which the extra health rejuvenation will allow him to get some good resist this damage. And now the Scholar's receiving some hits there from the Vanguard Man-at-Arms. Council of Fire is getting some good damage there, occasionally. The gold is just ever so slightly out of range. The arrow from the Council does do 5 damage per hit there, so getting some great damage there. You also Gareth and Townsend as well, which those additional arrows do 6 damage, so 3 damage each, which is still a significant amount. And the Scout is throwing some torches as well. The Scout's torches do full torch damage, and does manage to shank the Vanguard Man-at-Arms right there. Slowly had to whittle it down right there. Do now have the Council Hall blow down the being flat on the field. The Scout is getting some significant damage onto this mill. Now it's going to be forced to repair it. And now we do have a Tower of Victory being deployed on out. It enables Tower of Victory, Mosque, and Madasadras to increase the attack speed of nearby infantry when they're produced with their influence. So get a permanent attack speed buff immediately. Now we've got the Blue Scout engaging the Pink Scout. The Scouts do additional damage versus the Scout. Now I do have, looks like a handful of villagers advancing forward for a mill. Now we do have the Longbowman being pulled on the field. Do have some various research here. Sanctity, Double Broad Axe, Horticulture, Specialized Pick, Horses, Deadly Assortment. You get your stuff for free, but it has an increased research time, a significant increased research time. Scouting quite a bit of fire right there. Now, you've got a couple non-bowmans here, as well as a single spearman. There's now advancing forward of his own archers as well. Getting some good damage there. And all these villagers, you can see here, he microed all the villagers wounded by the Vanguard man-at-arms to collect the sheep in a safe position. So very good position right there. Let's fire good volley arrows, getting some significant damage onto that longbowman. And I've got the scout and longbowman trying to advance on forward. Does find an angle on hitting one of those archers. Longbowmen do, of course, have really good range. Archers and longbowmen should have the same movement speed. Yes? Actually, longbowmen do have a slightly slower movement speed. We now have another lumber camp being pulled out over here. A better, safer position there. This game does have true sight. I think that's the term. Basically, directional sight, so you can't see past the forest. The tree are 5 in a way. These longbowmen are now advancing forward. There's, of course, one spearman for protection.
Come on, buddies. Bedan Suiravi. Shabir, come on, Geshan. Strelboran Fere.
This longbowman moving around. They have a good number of archers here. It could provide him a good angle there. Does find spotting thanks to the scout to fire over the trees. Another good volley there. Getting some good hits. Blue is getting whittled down a little bit. Good step there. Does even fire a volley on that horseman, taking it out. We've got some more longbowmen advancing forward, getting some pop shots on the flank, getting some great damage onto these archers. Archers are falling on back now. And I got more and more longbowmen advancing forward. Dink is just eyeing for high aggression. Just find a good follow there. I wonder if I guess the trees are chopped down enough though, so now he's able to shoot through the tree line. He may just want to back off and pull another wood line over here. We do have this blacksmith being researched now. He's like I'm going for the pierce armor research first. Yes, he's going for pierce armor first. Pink has a significant number of longbowmen in this region. Blue does have a good number of archers as well. We got now 10 remaining. Just 18, soon to be 20 longbowmen on the field. Longbowmen pushing around. You got these villagers trying to abandon line. These longbowmen do a significant amount of work. He does only have one spear in the moment. It may be a good idea to transition to horsemen to overrun these archers. Horsemen are quite expensive, however. And Blue's actually eyeing for counterattack, getting some of these reinforcements, meaning it denies these longbowmen to get any additional buddies around. He could perhaps take time to set a light to this mill. This mill is still very, very wounded. There's Blue's archer force advancing down south now. I'm not sure what's... Okay, he's dropping off the wood and making his way somewhere else. Okay, he's just trying to avoid the longbowmen. He can perhaps quickly garrison town center. He's in range of town center now. It has 9 arrows firing, 9 additional arrows. Let's get one of the longbowmen. We do not see any additional horse or any horsemen being pulled out by the Delhi Sultanate. Yes, he is in feudal age. I don't know why I thought he was in feudal age. Archers now advancing forward. We've got these 14 longbowmen, 1 scout in this region. And these villagers, they're very, very wounded. If he's not paying close enough attention, they can quickly pop up and perhaps murder 5 of them. More fishies being claimed. All the fish here has been claimed. How big? 500 food each? That's not bad. And he needs to get inside the town center as soon as possible. It's a late response. does fire volley onto one of the higher health ones. Does lose a couple of villagers there. Does take out one of the longbowmen now. Right now, Pink does have a villager advantage. Okay, that's sort of just annoying the crap out of me. Let's switch to the other player because I don't want to see that notification over and over again. Sacred Site has been catching up here. Both Sacred Sites are on the far sides of each map. So this basically just guarantees Blue a small little gold trickle, which Blue does desperately need because he has basically no gold income at the moment. Now it's finally against some horsemen. Very, very good. Horsemen do have, what, 2 inherent pierce armor? Yes, they do. They're gathering up some good amount of fish. And it looks like it's slowing down a little bit. Pink is still skirmishing around trying to find anything in the region. So it's this less villagers moment. Now he is braving town center fire right there, getting some, receiving some pot shots there. Blue's now advancing forward. Does have these wolves in the region. Try to go for those deer. He also got this longbowman and spearman in that region. Blue's now trying to advance forward. Does get his spear horseman closing the distance. Does go out some palace palings right there, but looks like they're not successful. 23 to 21. Blue is close the distance. Both sides start sitting forward, and the Blues should be able to get some good damage in. Now he's a bit low in health there, so he needs to split his fire now to finish off the wounded ones. Now Blue's going to be backing on off, saying a bit too much losses there, having trouble facing down these longbowmen, and Blue's just going to be falling on back entirely. He still has a Scholar there, so can patch up these units. Getting them healed up is very nice. Can be quite nice. And this horseman will receive a significant amount of fire right there. King starts to be careful of the town center. It still poses a massive threat. The spearman does get cleaned on up. Blue's at 34 to 46 villagers, so Pink has a significant villager advantage. Taking out some of these archers now. Forward outpost been put on field. Now, of course, going to castle network, increasing their attack speed by 15%. Horsemen are advancing on forward. He may be eyeing for some harassment. There's a lot of open fishing holes for him to engage. 18 longbowmen here, or archers right there. There's 20 longbowmen here with a handful of spearmen support. Horsemen receive massive amounts of fire there. It does have +1 pierce armor. Spearman advancing forward. The scout does go down. It's out a number of those spearmen there. Doesn't need a whole lot of arrows there. Remember, archers do bonus damage to spearmen. Another light. It's just light melee, yeah. So they will actually do bonus damage also to Landsknechts. Over here, horsemen do find engagement there on these villagers. A couple of them will be taken out. Gain some extra damage there on these spearmen. If he takes out the spearmen, then his horsemen can push on forward. Let's get a good hit there. Horsemen now receiving some fire. Horsemen do bonus damage versus these longbowmen. Castle still not fully complete there. Blue's backing off away from Pink. So got some more horsemen being put on field. Pink's just eyeing for more longbowmen, not going any additional spearmen. So 2 spearmen are 2 out of 3 he has on the field. And horsemen starting to trying to engage those longbowmen. Getting some good hits there. Deer running around. Now it has the castle network available. There's a little villager there, giving some extra arrows in the mix. But stand and fight. It's going to be a messy engagement from both sides. The horseman getting some great damage right there. Just trying to kill off as much of Blue's army before it goes down. Another spearman advancing forward. He's starting to pull out some more spearmen. And this outpost will stay up. It does actually run some palings on the ground. Does take out another deer right there. Handful of archers and horsemen in this region. A couple of these villagers now seem to fire. Right now the villager count is 61 to 39. Of course, these couple of spearmen can interrupt these horsemen quite significantly. That spearman does get cleaned on up, and now these horsemen are going to be engaging and overrunning these longbowmen. They may have just one eye to get inside the tower. Does get 5 of them in there, so does get all 5 of its arrows firing. Spearman advancing forward to go and start torturing down the outpost. The arrows are doing 7 damage each, and does take out that villager there. And, oh, we'll see somebody aggro that boar there, so the boar is actually going to be very, very problematic for Pink. It's going to be hitting his reinforcements. And boars are very, very resilient. Castle network is now set ablaze. The boar does go down. These longbowmen are going to try to run away. Spearman advancing forward as well. Takes out more of these forces. Over on the right side, we got another mill right there. Pink is really eyeing to secure a lot of this food, and that is those fishes are very, very valuable food sources. So it's actually a good idea to really see after them. Longbowmen now engaging these archers. Archers now falling back. See a bit of fire there. Blue's pretty far away from going to Castle Age, so is Pink. Both sides are going to be content on a feudal age engagement. Spearman do get a nice little pick there on one of those horsemen. Doesn't get the full kill, however. There's some damage onto it. Horseman advancing forward. Pink is using his longbow to engage his archers. Horseman trying to pursue those longbowmen. Spearman do find a good engagement there, getting some great damage. Couple villagers are over here. Oh, there's actually a 6-sided set of the map. Blue does claim it, so gain a little bit extra gold income. It never hurts, especially at this point in time where he's behind the villagers. Pink has gotten the second town center out. Blue has not gotten the second town center out. Blue is nowhere near the villager count to get that second town center yet. The longer the game goes on, the better it goes for Pink. Horsemen now charging on forward. A lot of these longbowmen are quite wounded. Does pick off some of these longbowmen immediately. Has to hit these spearmen with his archers now. Horsemen now advancing on forward. We've got these archers engaging, getting some good damage there onto the spearmen. Couple of spearmen and also some early man-at-arms now advancing forward. Early man-at-arms is very durable. Doesn't mind engaging horsemen. As I mentioned, its armor is high enough to resist the archer fire. These man-at-arms compose a big threat to Blue. Horsemen now seeing a bit of fire there. Now we got Pink capturing up that sacred site. We got a line of walls being put up. Pink over here trying to deny that flank. Got more horsemen here. The man-at-arms does go down now. There's another man-at-arms on the front line. Longbow trying to engage. Overall, Pink's force needs time to regroup. He may just want to fall back entirely. The man-at-arms can get some good damage to there. And the central sacred site will be tapped by Blue. We do have a man-at-arms in this group here. More forces advancing forward, including man-at-arms, spearmen, and longbowmen. And we got this villager will get stabbed by the other villagers. It may just does cancel Palisade Gate there. That villager will be spotted and will be taken out. Pink does have 86 villagers at the moment. Its opponent has only have 52. Pink has now, or blue has actually reached Castle Age now. What landmark did he go for? The Compound of the Defender. The Compound Defender infantry can build stone walls, gates, and towers, reduce the stone cost of buildings and their place by 20%, and contain defensive technologies. Goes and queues them all up, and it'll eventually be completed. It does not decapture on time. It does have an outpost here. If it gets some damage here, villagers of course have an arrow attack since they're English. They can get some damage on in. Horsemen now making way down south, trying to engage. Got these villagers here pushing way forward, trying to get this stone mine. They could take a quick volley of arrows against opponents. Spearmen advancing forward. And those horsemen actually don't have any vision to hit anything, or they're gonna hold ground stance. They take out one of those horsemen now. Some of these villagers are starting to go on down as well. Over here, exotic doggo engaging the villager. Some of these villagers are going to be hit as well. Over here, we've got now full lancers being put on the field. Of course, we got a couple spearmen in this mix. And now we got the white castle being put on the field. Spearmen advancing forward. We've got also some man-at-arms here as well. Both players are now at Castle Age. Man-at-arms have not received their upgrade just yet. We do have now the castle network being researched as well, thanks to the fact that this white tower does act as a keep. Some charge attacks there did hit those longbowmen. Man-at-arms still being very, very problematic to this archer line. And blue just needs to fall back in this region. They're saying a bit too much fire there. Lance is falling back now. And a scholar will be bitten to death. Oh, he barely misses one. And now the spearman will be stabbing that monk. Blue's now pulling out more and more lancers. Has a handful of archers to mix on in. Knights do, of course, not do any both damage from this range like horsemen, but their high armor makes them good against archers nonetheless. These knights are falling back, trying to avoid these spearmen. More lancers, more archers being pulled on the field. Now we do have the armor clad, gaining +2/+2 +2/+2 armor for man-at-arms, as well as the man-at-arms upgrade. More walls going on up for pink. And lancers are pushing way forward. We've got a couple crossbowmen mix, but they're getting focused down. Over here, we've got these lancers gain some good damage on in, but they've got these spearmen in the region as well. Gain some great damage onto these lancers. Pink is now starting to pull out some of his own knights. Blue will need to respond to it. Does get some good damage there. He's now eyeing for a forward keep. A couple archers in this region area for blue as well. More lancers charging forward. Blue's archers doing a good job of focusing down his opponent's archers. Another lancer being put on the field. Should be able to run down some of these longbowmen. Let's take out that longbowman now. Looks like Pink is starting to pull out some more and more crossbowmen at the moment, as well as more man-at-arms, longbowmen, and spearmen. Man Arms currently has 7 Pierce armor, which is a significant amount. Inks now is eyeing for this castle here. I think he canceled this one and pushed a bit farther forward. Villager count still very much in favor of Pink by a large margin, 68 to 103 villagers. He's down by 31. Villagers are charging on 4 as well. That may have been a misclick. Villagers now running back to the town center, which will... Oh, they need to seek shelter. Right now, they're not in the town center. They do get in the town center now. Charge attack there, against good damage. Man Arms slowly going down, so we got some crossbow in this region. Those Lancers now going to be engaged in this various archer force. Now Pink's eyeing for this forward castle. He does have a significant number of Lancers in this region. He needs to cancel that castle as soon as possible, because right now I don't think he's going to save it. Far from it. Castle's receiving some massive fire now. Village now is trying to advance up forward as well. Got some spearmen getting some good damage on these Lancers, and Blue does actually back out the game now. This Andgrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see if this player has any more replays. Oops, that is the YouTube link. That was this one here. 14 minutes. 20 minutes, but I think that's a modded map. And here is a 35-minute one. Let's see, 23rd. And we go past the 21st. Okay. Long story short, the last time I was casting replays was on the 21st. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. I don't know why I couldn't think of the game. On the left side as the yellow Abbasid Dynasty, we have 3 Feckin scouts, and I get 80 Bruniti. Spawn on the right side as the blue Delhi Sultanate, we have Vortexi. We've got scouts course pushed way down center, so Delhi Sultanate versus Abbasid Dynasty. Of course, a bunch of research being employed out by Blue. He's actually going for wood chopping as well as the wheelbarrow. Of course, got the tower, the House of Wisdom. Early Mosque has been put on the field, getting some early research. Going for 3 on gold at the moment. Now we've got the Tower of Victory being pulled out in the field. Here are a lot of sheep being claimed. Yeah, looks like Yellow has a lot of sheep in tow of behind a scout. Tower of Victory is almost complete. Yellow is currently going for the economic wing. Enough green has been researched. Scout does receive a bit of fire there. Yellow scout is advancing forward as well. Now you got a barracks as well as blacksmith. Me looks like it's going to eye from some early siege stuff. Scout moving around. You got a central town center being quite yellow. Yellow's going aggressive with it. Maybe good idea for Blue to deploy out some battering rams with that soon-to-be siege engine technology. We do have some archers here as well. Some early horsemen here. Scout herding around the deer. And also going to be eyeing to pick up this berry bushes. Let's get that mill down to increase the mass capacity there. And the Golden Age Tier 1 has been activated. A number of archers and spearmen now out in the field. Let's see, it takes what, 250 wood to get out a battering ram, so we'll need a minute more of wood. Down south side, we've got the Scholar trying to claim this sacred site there. Got Blue Scout and Horseman in this region. Does stop that sacred site capture. This Scholar will be overwhelmed by a Horseman. Blue has his own Horseman in here, so that one needs to turn around and fight. We've got now 2 Horsemen deployed out here. The Spearman in this region may have went down. Got the Spearman and Horseman now trying to pursue that Horseman. Scholar's turned around. Does get a good stab there on the Horseman, taking him out. We got this outpost now deployed on the high ground. He may be eyeing for a... just may try to use that as a hidey hole for his villagers. Now we've got an early battering ram being deployed on the field. More Horseman here. He does have Spearmen in this region, and now we do have the Camel Archer on the field. The Camel Archer does get a bonus damage versus light melee infantry, so we'll get bonus damage versus these Spearmen. Multiple battering rams now being pulled out by Blue. 2 may be enough. Villager count is in favor of Yellow. These battering rams have to get some work done because he's investing quite a bit into them. Now we do have these battering rams pushing way forward. And this wolf does bite some stuff. Battering rams pushing way forward. This outpost has been upgraded with a arrow attack. As this massive force now advances forward, we do have a small harassment force here. Splitting up his battering ram, does get inside these town center and inside of that tower. That lone villager will be cleaning up. Horseman advancing up forward. Got a significant force here. This town center is now seeing massive amounts of fire. The towers are now receiving 2 repairs. Does get some hits there onto those villagers on the high ground as well. Town center will in fact go down. Big loss there for Yellow. We'll take out a number of villagers in the region as well. Which will even out the villager count quite significantly. Horseman up here, decapturing this point. Point has been decaptured. Now Blue's going to be advanced forward. The battering rams still have plenty of health. Now here, these Horsemen and Camels getting some good damage on in, trying to get some of these forces. Villager does go down. Blue's Horseman and a Spearman trying to engage his force, trying to recapture the southern sacred site, and this sacred site has not been captured, but Spearman does clear it out. Horseman now advancing forward. House of Wisdom only has standard landmark health at the moment. Horseman and Camel Archer is advancing on forward, trying to deal with this force. Now advancing forward. These battering rams getting some great damage there. His opponent doesn't have can't get close. There's too many archers and spearmen in this region. And Scholar will be overwhelmed. Does not capture the central or southern sacred site there. Archer range does go down now. Blue is loading out more and more of these horsemen, archers, and spearmen. He starts defending these battering rams now, not paying enough attention. One of the battering rams will in fact go down, or maybe not. Let's set a light to that stable there. One battering ram remains. We've got the camel here. He's going to be focused on the camel first. Archer stable does go down. Battering ram's still alive, barely though. He's going to abandon the battering ram there. It's basically dead. We'll see some hits. Up here, Horseman does go down as well to a pair of spearmen. Spearmen do get some damage there. Some of these forces starting to get overwhelmed. Got an engagement here. Yellow's archers having trouble engaging the spearmen. He is focused on his opponent's archers first. Blue's horseman has spread around trying to hit these archers now. Or spearmen archers advancing forward for blue. Blue's archers starting to get hit by his opponent's horsemen. Still got a pair of camels in this region. Yellow's coming back out the region, sustaining a bit too much losses. Spearman still going around uncontested. Another Spearman archer advancing forward. Down south, we do have another wolf eating a villager. These remaining yellow horsemen are falling back. I see a bit too much damage. And yellow's horsemen be pushed away up north. The wolf has finally been cleaned on up. Now got yellow's force advancing forward, though, and these are all the higher health ones, the wounded ones. I'm not so sure where the wounded ones are at the moment. Scout will be picked on off. We got some out trying to escape up both the horsemen trying to stab that camel. Camel receiving a bit of fire there. Spearmen are also pursuing. And there's those wounded horsemen. Wounded horsemen are being engaged by wounded horsemen. This horseman is still trying to engage that camel. Camel does go down now. These horsemen just falling back. Yellow's wounded horsemen do not deal with now Blue's wounded horsemen. And Yellow's horsemen are trying to perhaps hit this food line. Over here, Blue's horsemen will find Yellow's villagers. Yellow does have a slight village advantage still. Horseman gains good damage there onto these villagers. Got a single spearman for defense. The villagers are going to take time to defend themselves. Some of the one villager does go down there. And Blue's not going to advance forward with this force. Yellow's advancing forward, hitting these villagers, but the wounded one will immediately go down, and not this other one will escape on out of there. Yellow's horseman does clean up Blue's horseman. But over here, those horsemen has been cleaned on up. Not exactly sure how many villagers may have went down. Now we do have some more battery rams being pulled out by Blue. Has some good defensive spearmen there, getting some good kills on these horsemen. Yellow's horseman over here now advancing. Does have a defensive spearman or two. Now we do have the compound defender being blown out by Blue. Right there, compound defender. Infantry units can build stone walls, gates, towers, reducing the stone cost of buildings and their replacements by 20% and contain defensive technologies. Treasure range now seeing massive amounts of fire. Horsemen now advancing forward, trying to get some good damage on these villagers. Over here, Blue's villagers or forces is starting to make their way forward. Battery rams receive a bit of fire. Now being focused on now. Blue's army's not engaging. Horsemen being cleaned up by a spearman. And does take out that battery ram now. Horsemen did get cleaned on up. We do got this force now advancing on forward. And the central VP is now being decaptured. Villagers are abandoning their region. There's still some berry bushes for them. We also have now the military wing being researched by the Abbasid dynasty. Of course, got the spearman engaging the archer at close range. And it looks like the spearman will win out with 1 health remaining. Horseman advancing forward. The horseman will find this town center and receive lots of fire. Does find some of these villagers as well. Up north, we do have these archers advancing forward. We got a defensive archer, and that is a lancer, not a horseman. Gains some great damage there. Trying to capture the central VP or central sacred site now. Just running by it. Got a conversion over here. Mostly it's unsuccessful. Stone being claimed. Blue will need to deploy more of an army there. Blue's not facing forward as well. I'm not sure where the battering rams are at the moment, if they're even still alive. Yellow's advancing forward into Blue's villager line. Set a couple defensive lancers there. Blue's forces is starting to get cleaned up. Have a messy engagement there. Blue's now Yellow's falling back away from Blue. Yellow looks like Blue went out slowly. Now Blue's archer's going to be running away, trying to find a safe haven. These lancers gain some great damage there onto these horsemen. Over here we've got the Blue's force engaging Yellow's force quite nicely. Both sides are basically down to their remaining archers, though we still got a lancer for Blue. Archers now engaging each other, getting some good damage on each other, but the lancers, they don't have any counter at the moment on the field. Yellow needs to put out some spearmen for them. This force, Blue's force will be backing off. We do have these horsemen now advancing forward and find a good engagement there onto these villagers. They will get a good strike there. Not a lot of defense here, so some of these villagers will going down. Plus Blue's going to stay there and engage. Blue does have less villagers than his opponent. Yellow has currently 3 towns in his moment. Blue only has the 1. Does have, of course, all the sacred sites there, getting a little bit extra income. Lancer here will be picked off by Yellow. He has now a good number of these camel riders. Camel riders are an anti-cavalry unit. So here the Lancer does find a good engagement there on these horsemen. Right now the Lancer does have 5/5 armor. The horsemen only have 11 attacks, so its damage is basically cut in half. Does have access to more pierce armor. And now do got, sounds like a Golden Age tier 2 now is available. Lancer's engaging these horsemen. These horsemen will be pursued by a lancer. Those are still claiming this berries. There's some more berries up here still. We'll be taking out that longbowman. We'll be taking it out no problem. Longbowman archer. Like Yellow's going for more palisade walls. Over here, Yellow's villagers will be found by these lancers. We're seeing massive amounts of damage there. Plus, he has not researched Loom just yet. If he's going to be aggressive like that, he may want to get out Loom. He captured the central secret site there. You got this big wave of horsemen being put on the field, but it does have a good number of archers or spearmen in this area to defend. As well as a couple of crossbowmen as well. Does find the monk there and does quickly take him out with a charge attack. He could take that with that scholar, pick up that relic. Does pick up the relic with a different scholar than I was looking at. Back on this force advance forward. May find an opening there. Does find an opening there. And blue does have access to his opponent's base. Trying to pursue some of these horsemen there. Mangonels are firing away. And this force is falling back. Blue's not going for a forward keep. Has the sacred site captured up. Looks like blue has all sacred sites captured up for the moment. More of these camel riders advancing forward. And now got these spearmen gain some good damage there and receive some good damage, but this keep will be deployed. These villagers now being pursued by these crossbowmen. This knight does receive quite a bit of fire right there. It does fall back in time. And now these camels receive a lot of fire. That camel does in fact go down. Very nice. Down here, we've got more of these crossbowmen here. Crossbowmen, of course, on the anti-armor tool. But they will get collapsed in on by these horsemen. And put some more berries there. Yellow's not eyeing for a keep here to protect this sacred site. The sacred site has been decaptured, but now these knights are getting a good amount of damage onto this keep. Keep does get cancelled right there. Lancers are being pursued. They just pull off some of those villagers there. Horsemen, a large number of horsemen in this region is still quite significant. This gate now receiving a bit of fire there. More of these lancers pushing forward, trying to find another good engagement against his opponent's villagers. Right now he's building some stone walls, but he may not be able to build it in time before these lancers will close in on him. These lancers now engaging these horsemen. Of course, there's a couple camels in the region as well. There's this group of horsemen as well. And now we have these lancers advancing forward, trying to get some good damage on these horses. There's a good number of archers in this region, as well as some crossbowmen. Megano finds a decent hit there. And he's going to be trying to slice apart these villagers as they're trying to build up that wall. Right now, Yellow does have more villagers, 113 to 70. And now we've got the two religious people engaged, staring at each other. Good hit there onto those knights or lancers, and do fall back now. Up here, you got the six site being decaptured out. Trebuchets are being deployed on the field. That will provide some good siege damage onto this keep. And over here, it looks like this mill's receiving a bit of fire from this keep as well. More trebuchets are starting to fire on to this keep. Sorry about that, you may have heard my drink. More hits there. Oh, Yellow's now thanks forward for a big wave of camel riders and horsemen to his opponent's base. We'll find some of these villagers. There's one inside the garrison. Blue still has a significantly less force of villagers out on the field. These villagers started dancing around, seeing a bit of fire. These Yellow Scouts have 5 pierce armor at the moment as well. Keeps now seeing more and more trebuchet fire, and this blue keep is receiving some trebuchet fire as well. We got 2 trebuchets here, 3 mangonels, 3 Springalds. And now it's going to be cleaning this wood line down here. This force is now being backed to a corner, trying to move around. Let's get some good damage there. And now we got this keep now seeing more and more fire. Knights, lancers, trying to engage these horsemen camels. Yellow's now trying to either pull out some infrastructure here to this gold. But you should know there's a keep there because there's a big keep shooting its own mill. We got a spring gold fight now flowing out the field. Or these siege weapons hitting. Magnos do bonus damage versus structures. They do also have 20 pierce armor, so as the keep's arrows only do 1 damage each. Ooh, it looks like all the blues lances there do get cleaned on up. Yellow blues now advance forward with a pretty sizable force. Trying to deal with the spearmen. So just these camels will remain no horsing. Blue's keep is being repaired on up. Yellow's keep is still quite healthy. Now I've got Golden Age tier 3 for yellow. Up here, we do got the... Looks like the spearman's receiving some torches. Good follow there, taking out that spring gold. Now there's no more spring golds left for yellow. He does have a couple counterweight trebuchets and mangonels. So blue's spring golds are still moving around unimpeded at the moment. There's a couple of outposts in this region as well. Trebuchet now firing away, gets a good hit there onto that outpost. Crossbow moving around. Outpost is seeing a bit of fire there. We do have this keep firing away. Gets a house as well. This gold mines can be claimed by either player still. Up here, Camel getting killed off by these spearmen. Over here, more fire onto the keep. And now Yellow has advanced to the next age. Giving the, military wing? Only trader wing remains. Palisade Gate now receives fire there. Got a very, very large number of spring golds in this region. Archer range now receiving a bit of fire there as well. But it's there onto the archer range. Over here, got these villagers trying to claim some gold. Where are they going? Okay, these groups going to be booting out a keep and a mine as well. Looks like Yellow's going to be eyeing to claim as much gold in the field on the map. Blue has even out the villager count a little bit more, 90 to 1, nearly 130. Sacred site not being captured on the up. Got these villagers facing forward, trying to go for this mill. The horsemen will stab some of these guys. Got these spearmen in the region as well. Blue does have a significant force here. Got now this force face forward, including archers and crossbowmen. Spearmen now engages pushing forward. Spring balls, largely goes down. We got now some pulver put on the field. That's finding some great hits there on those archers there, annihilating them. There's now a massive force pushing forward. Yellow's starting to get over around. He does have these man arms here. They have currently 5-6 armor. Culver now receives some fire there. So the Culver will go down. Up north, we do have this keep here, but the villagers will all go down to these forces. Yellow's lost a number of villagers there. Blue has 82. More archers and man arms have gone on the field. Still got a good number of spring golds here. Not spring golds, Mangonels gain some great damage. You also have a good number of crossbows, archers, again, trying to defend them, as well as some spearmen. More damage there, getting some great hits out of those clan are slowly picking them all off. More villagers push way forward. Golden Age, Tier 1 deactivated. Oh, he completely lost the House of Wisdom. You know, I actually don't see that structure going down all too often because it has 17,000 base HP. That means he loses his entire Golden Age bonus. That means that's a massive economic loss to him. You saw a significant siege force here going out for the team as well. Yellow's just trying to mask whatever reinforcements he can. He needs to engage these siege weapons. A culvern is exactly what he needs. He does get quickly picked up by all the spring balls. Yellow has a bunch of spearmen facing forward. He's starting to crowd some of these trebuchets as well. Yellow's just going to throw lots of the grinder at the moment. So has 8 minutes remaining for Sacred Site victory. We now have horsemen being pushed forward. I think he's destroyed some of his own walls there in order to reduce the pathing there to the trebuchets. Mangonel's pushing it forward. Warriors forces need to start moving forward, trying to engage this force. Some of these Mangonels are finally going down. That makes this infantry much more effective. Villagers apparently getting the mix of defending this area as well. Yellow's now face forward trying to deal with those trebuchets. Yellow has lost a significant amount of structure. If he loses town center, that's going to be game over. Trebuchets are not being repaired up on the front line. This town center is receiving a lot of repairs. Yellow has not a lot of reserve resources. He's trying to build out everything at the moment. Town center is receiving quite a bit of fire. There's more trebuchets now being put on the front line. Those fans forward more of this force does take on Trebuchet. I think he's out repairing the damages for receiving, but his force on the front line is starting to get overwhelmed. More and more trebuchets being put on flying. 4 more trebuchets being pulled out now, but some of them are being intercepted. We've got some step lancers now put on the field. Councilors still receiving massive amounts of fire. And Yellow's force does go down. Culverin does find a quick shot there. Now needs to find another trebuchet. Does take out Spring Gold there. Culverin still receiving fire. It's out of resources for repairing the town center. Does buy some more now. And now the town center's receiving pretty low in health. Mangonels do bonus damage versus structures. It finds good quality there on the villagers as well. Some of these more of these ground forces moving forward to engage these villagers now. And now the town center's receiving more and more fire. Oh, and massive single Pacific Wood. And the next couple trebuchet shots there. And he backs out the game before the town center goes down. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Good game by both players. Let's go and find another person. Here we go. We got a good number of replays here. Let's see. It was Sunday was the 21st, so anything after that is replays I have not cast or took a look at. 18, 19, 17, 16, 28. This one should be good. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the right side as the Orange Abbasid Dynasty, we have a foreign name. On the left side as the Blue Rus, we have Zon Mato. Of course, got a hunting cabin here, so let's see. Let's switch out of caster mode like I usually do when there's a Rus player. Select the Rus so we can see the trade bounty. Currently he's at 10 at the moment. Plenty of sheepies being collected as well. Very, very nice. Blue does find this group of deer. Okay, this map is also... I really do not like this map. It's just so sparse on everything. The deer are in groups of 3, so there's a lot of small groups of deer that both players have to find. Let's go ahead and fast forward for the time being. This is right now just one time where they're just trying to hunt deer. Let's find a wolf there, which is actually also pretty good. Let's get off the wolf there. Yellow orange finds a massive number of sheep as well. Blue does find another wolf. Orange finds more sheeple. He's going to lead those sheep to glory. And clearly not to their doom, right? And it looks like we now do have the Predament being put on the field. Not big surprise. That's pretty standard. House of Wisdom. That makes a lot of sense because he can't get anything else. Economic Wing. That's pretty standard. Let's take out Wolf there as well. And right now the bounty is at 355, so he's well above 2. Relatively close to 3. And the bounty you get plus 75 when you kill off boar. There is a couple boar on the map, only 2 however. So if he hunts them both, he can get up to his 500. Let's switch back to caster mode now. Militia now charging forward, trying to get some work done. We do know how this town center here, as well as this house. And now I do have a early knight to play on the field as well. Early knight are a pretty powerful unit. Now I do have these militia gain some stabs on these villagers. This one does fall on back. He will get the town center. He just needs to immediately get inside the town center to start firing at it. Firing at these militia. And I think they actually expired right there. They have their heart attack. They didn't take their heart attack medication. Got this early knight doing nothing at the moment. I think Orange probably would have spotted that early knight. And here comes early knight. Gets a good charge attack there. Get his 2 slices there, take out that villager. And now we do have the barracks being deployed on out. And over here, okay, that's not boar being engaged. Scouts engaging each other. And the early knight does find another kill there, giving Blue a nice village advantage, 25 to 23. Though this early knight has seen quite a bit of fire there. No, I thought the early knights had 2-2 armor, not 3-3 armor. Over here, we got the... Oh, is that... Oh, yep, looks like boar is not being claimed. That boar was over here, right? So the boar has been claimed there. How close is he to... He kills off another boar. He will get his 500. He really should eye that other boar now. He definitely has spotted it, I believe. Deploy some militia out there to absorb some shots. Early knight now turning forward. Does get a slice there with his sword. And there goes the early knight. Got these 2 scouts moving forward. Does spot this extra town center. And there's 2 horsemen here and 1 early knight. The early knight may just want to pull back a little bit. And really eye that boar. That boar looks juicy and tender. Go ahead and kill Pumbaa there. Early knight doing a bit of a game of dancing around, but he won't get all too far right there. Nice little hunting cabin there. If he keeps this forest here up and going, he will get a nice little tithe of gold of 25 gold per minute. Does get an alpha strike there onto the scout. Now you have this archer being pushed his way forward as well. I'm not sure what that archer's planning to do. Maybe she's trying to... I'm not so sure what that archer's going to do. He has a good number of sheep there. I always forget. It always doesn't say in that little tooltip that if sheep does provide some bounty. I think it may have done. They may do at 5, so you may have actually enough sheep there to get the bounty. If that is the case, you could just go ahead and bop them all on the head to get that bounty. I always forget. This boar looks tasty. Wait, the boar has a stop order move command as well. Blue Scout here is eyeing this. Both these gold deposits are eyed. He knows his opponent's collecting this one here. Rear barrel not being researched as well. These knights push way forward with some partial support. If the early knights get their alpha strike on one of these units, able to get some great damage there. Orange Scout could go forward and shank Blue Scout as well. Oh yeah, oops. Just realized I've got to pull Rumble again. Look and see anybody chatting there. Got a good number of archers and knights here. Another knight and scout in this region. Right now, both sides are starting to mass up forces. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because right now both sides are just ecoing up. Blue Scout will be chased out of town. Oh, that's why he's going for these archers. He's getting out a battering ram. Battering ram now pulled out on the field. Though blue or orange does have a good force here, including a lot of spearmen. The archers going to be very, very good though. The scouts do charging forward. Let's see if those bobbing, those sheep does provide him some extra bounty. Nope, does not provide him any bounty there. It actually may provide a bit of gold, not bounty. That may be what's going on with that. These villagers are advancing forward, trying to force down some battery rams. One battery does go down, does deploy a massive wage of militia as well to absorb a lot of shots there. Archers getting some great hits there onto these spearmen. Now horsemen now engaging the knights, and the knights will love that engagement there. Now Blue's advancing forward, does have this town center completely garrisoned. The town center's base health is only 2,500 compared to the base one's 7,000 health. So they can go down relatively quickly. But these archers are receiving quite a bit of fire there. It does fire a good volley there onto these villagers. And the boar will be claimed there. That will get him 500 bounty. Orange does have a spirit number of villagers, but these villagers can quickly kill one down right there. So now if we focus on these villagers. Horseman now advancing forward as well. Does lose some of these villagers now, 61 to 59. These knights are still being very, very problematic. Horsemen do see the fire that do get forced back there. Do now have a wooden fortress here, or being deployed out there. As well as a hunting cabin. The wooden fortress primarily probably to protect these villagers. There's 7 villagers right there. We do not have the battering ram being pulled out in the field as well. Another battering ram, I should say. There's a good number of horsemen here. Let's see. Orange is pretty far from aging up. Blue doesn't have a whole lot of food either for aging up. Oh, what did I just see here? Okay, maybe the beta ram may have made an explosion sound when it's completed. Not sure why. And this scout will be taken out by these spearmen. So I'm playing with some of these berries now. We got more battering rams now being pulled out by blue as well. It's going for 3 battering rams so far. Aeroslit's been researched up. This knight is getting hit by these spearmen. Now I do have these 3 battering rams here. There's a significant amount of force. This town center has been fully repaired. Got these forces now advancing forward. Horsemen now engaging the Earth Knights. Good number of archers here as well. Militia, a handful of them now advancing forward. That's his only dedicated anti-cavalry unit. Veterans now going to be battering down that town center. Got these villagers trying to torch them. Archers are started stepping away. Does have a good number of horsemen here. The knights can't hold the line. Has to try to avoid these spearmen though. Batarams now making a soft control of the region. He may want to get this wooden fortress garrison that can fire some arrows onto these villagers. Early Knight now engaging these villagers directly. Archers stepping around, focusing down those spearmen. Getting some good damage there. Horsemen now counter-attacking, trying to close in the distance. The Knights now advance forward, trying to engage these horsemen. The spearmen now being focused down by these archers. And as horsemen's falling back, we're seeing a bit more fire there. Let's have these villagers gather these berries. Let's fall back to the villagers now. Doesn't have a lot of force to engage these early Knights at the moment. Need some more spearmen for that. The early Knights do have their additional pierced armor as well. Blue's now pulling out some spearmen. Mixing some spearmen will be very handy indeed. He can't be relying on militia all the time. Now I got these villagers advancing over here, trying to establish a new wood line. This map is very sparse in trees. More batarams being pulled out by blue now. Either side is really eyeing to tech up. Orange doesn't have a whole lot of food or gold. Now, no gold income whatsoever. These villagers are now eyeing for this gold. Or maybe they're eyeing, nope, they're eyeing more berries. Does manage to kill off that knight there, thanks to him getting stunned by the spearmen. Now, do we have these batarams pushed before? This town center has been fully repaired. Town center now being battered down. We've got some spearmen as well as among other things here. Horsemen now going to try to focus down these batarams, but it gets warded away. Takes this large force. There's a couple of militia in the mix as well. A lot of early Knights now getting tied up. Big roll right there. Blue is taking time to focus fire some units. Now the batarams pushing way forward. We're seeing a bit of fire there. These orange archers now being moved forward, getting tied up on these batarams. These forces now advancing forward, trying to deal with these archers now. Horsemen closing the distance there. More early Knights advancing forward as well. Orange still has a couple spearmen in the mix as well, getting some good damage onto these early Knights. Bataram still battering down his opponent, and they do fall back now. Both sides are now withdrawing from combat. Trying to focus down. Maybe we'll get one of these batarams. Blue's now advancing up north, maybe trying to scout spots this. He's going to try to close in on that region. Though does get inside the tower there. We'll be able to take out that scout there with the arrows. And does find us this outpost as well. Only 3 villagers on the inside. Doesn't fully build the mill just yet. Stable and archer range not being put on the field over here. Now, as deer is being claimed as well, does get a bit of gold income thanks to the nearby trees as well. Does find these villagers, quickly kills off multiple of them. Ooh, that was a big swipe there. Orange was, or is, still ahead of villager count there, but that number has greatly shrunken down. Batteries this way forward. There's a good number of defensive archers here, but looks like going to be archer v archer. Right now, blue does have 2 town centers. Orange has 2 town centers. These archers now starting to advance on forward. There's a lot of spearmen here, so blue's archers will do some good work versus them. The early Knights need to avoid that region. Spearmen now being engaged. Does get some hits there onto these early Knights. These orange archers now eyeing for a counterattack. There's a lot of vulnerable farms in this region. This force is now starting to make their way forward, trying to engage these archers. Good hits there onto these archers. The original town set has gained some great damage on these archers, forcing them back, getting a lot of good damage there. Orange is still trying to siege down that wooden fortress. And now this small force is being started pursued. So we got this force of archers here. Blue may need the eye to get some horsemen and or knights to hit these archers. Currently doing 6 damage. The early knights have 4 pierce armor, so each arrow will do 2 damage. Let's take out one of those villagers now. These villagers will be overwhelmed by Orange's reinforcements. This force is not being pursued by Blue. This hunting camp does get 3 gold per minute. How delicious. Archer getting some damage there. It looks like this force is still going around. Getting some good kills on the Blues. Not villagers. Focus down the knights. Because it's quite busy microing. Archers still being very, very problematic. We do now have some outposts here as well as some more villagers. And it looks like this spearman is engaging as well. You can take time to stab him. This force now engaging. A lot of horsemen here versus knights and spearmen. Wooden fortress still under fire. Now we got this force here. These are all spearmen, not militia. Now I got these archers not being focused down as well. That spearman has been cleaned on up. Got these archers moving away around. Still got some deer carcasses here as well. Blue's now advancing forward, trying to get some good hits there on these villagers. Villagers do get inside those towers, but they're just simply not enough space for all these villagers. This one also been an upgraded arrow slits as well. The original arrow does do extra damage.
Приготовляйтесь, латницы! Готовы будете, латницы!
These knights are falling on back, trying to avoid these forces. Got some forces down here. Blue has this bit of army there. Early knights are making their way down south. Now we've got the Abbey and the Trinity being put on the field. And it's probably as much like the other landmark better. This map does not have large enough force for it to get that extra gold benefit of it being a giant hunting cabin. Early knights do get a good alpha strike there on those archers, and now we have these archers getting some great damage there. And now Orange's force will be cleaned on up. These early knights still patrolling around. They do not take any swipes against these villagers. There's also another town center being put out by Orange here. Orange will have plenty of town centers and will have maintained good villager production. These knights are falling back, trying to avoid these spearmen. Now do got the military wing being researched by Orange. Blue's currently going for the veteran archer upgrade. He already has the knight upgrade. Knighty knight upgrade. And I do have some fortified palisade walls being put on out. Large number of them, but the spearmen are going to potentially interrupt that. Only by a handful of villagers. 4. Starting to siege down some of these outposts now. Orange is advancing forward with a lot of spearmen here. Able to torch down a lot of these structures. We've got these archers now engaging forward as well. Fortified palisade gate now being put on the field. These villagers will be quickly overwhelmed. He may be able to finish this gate. I was going to save only a handful of small amount of units. We do got blue now advanced forward with these large force here. And orange not going for a pair of arrow slits somewhere. Let's got that extra 4th town center now. There's one of the arrow slits being upgraded. There's the other one. Villager trying to build this another fortified tower. There's currently 17 villagers there, so he needs the extra garrison space, that's for sure. And now the experiment trying to avoid this engagement. Blue's not going to pursue that force now. Military wing's almost complete. He just needs to get that technology up. Knight Wild Lancers of his own, or yeah, Lancers, as well as some veteran upgrades as well. Villagers will find these knights, and knights will find the villagers. Trying to run away into all these garrisons. There's a lot of garrison space here, but not enough for all these villagers. War's going to lose enough of these villagers. Who's now advancing forward into this space here. More of these palisade walls are starting to build on up, though he may want to get some gates in that region. Gets a good damage on here. Orange's villagers are being scattered everywhere. He has multiple garrisons. 62 of the villagers currently idle, which is a significant number. That's going to be hurting his economy significantly. Orange doesn't have a lot of resources. He needs to take that gold and buy some food with it to get out more military production, more military units. Because right now he's not doing all too well. They now have some camel riders here, but they're light units. They don't have a lot of armor. Villagers over here now are running around. He just needs... Oh, and now these villagers are idle over here. He's pushed down those buildings. Spearmen, they don't have a lot of armor, but they're still there in numbers. Orange now advanced forward trying to hit these forces. Orange now has less villagers than his opponent, and nothing than half of them are idle. Orange has a good number of archers here. Is getting out some man-at-arms. They're absorbing a lot of fire there. Now blue's time for a forward castle. These villagers need to be tasked back in line. Just there we go. Some of them being tasked back now. Blue's castle has not started building just yet. More of these knights advance forward. Got some man-at-arms to stop them. More of these men-at-arms are engaging. But they're getting overwhelmed. We got the town center now garrisoned, but the knights can withstand quite a big abuse. They have 6 armor. And the town center right now is firing 8 times 11, so 2 damage, so 22 damage per volley against those knights. Keep now being deployed on out, and Orange is going for keep as well. So it's like a bit of castle war, but that spearman engaging those villagers now. Orange is getting overwhelmed, flustered, and does fall back up the game now. He had such low income for so long, he was not going to recover in time. Not to mention, still half of his villagers still idle. This is Adam Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Let's see now, is there any more replays for him? Let's see, 13, 22, 11, 3, 10, and 28. That's the one I recently did. Let's see, 18, 19. Could do that 22-minute one. Be a bit of a shorter replay. English mirror, so might as well. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue English, we have Zon Mato. On the right side as the pink English, we have Spaloon. And this is a King of the Hill map. And I do not like King of the Hill myself. I'm playing Mongols, it's just too very lane focused. So the Kurotai is a good structure for such things. Just that some civilizations get access to early. Oh, look at that herding there. Look at that. That's actually really impressive. Takes time to kill off the deer, that are good as well. That's how scout does go down as well. And managed to kill off all of herd all those deer and kill them all off. Holy crap. Now we've got the Abbey Kings versus the Council Hall, so we do have differences in the build order already. Scout is doing a good job scouting around. He may have spotted the Council Hall. Now, of course, have access to the King. A slightly healthier knight, early knight. With an aura of healing. Also has less pierce armor and melee armor than a knight as well. King's now pushing away forward, trying to find some sort of engagement. We've got the scout here. And since female scout, likely that's going to be his future queen. Over here, oh, look at, okay, those are the sheep, not deer carcasses. Looks like Pink's eyeing for a lot of wood. He's trying to get out of second town center. Going out town center right here will provide some great coverage. This gold seems safer than this gold, in my opinion. Knight does find some hits there onto some of these villagers. The Knight does see a bit of fire as well. Pretty good amount of damage there. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Kingstar makes his way forward. Does get a good alpha strike there, but we'll receive a lot of arrow fire. The king is now almost at half health. Bit of stone being collected up as well. King has enough stone for another town center. Maybe eyeing to get a bit more wood than it would pull out second town center. It'd be a good idea, in my opinion, to plug the town center here and start collecting that gold immediately before you start going with the safe gold back here. Also some resources on the outskirts. There's plenty of wood on this map for both players. And this is on top of like a cliff face as well. You're on a mesa. This is not water down here, but that's mountainside. Scout will be scouting around. We do have the king and the scout and the military from blue. He gets gone for a large number of archers here trying to defend this wood line. And this second town center is being deployed here to near this gold line. I do disagree with that. It's King of Hills. If you start claiming resources in the center of the map early on, it means you can fall back to a safer spot later. Or you can start eyeing to push even farther forward as well. The town centers do provide a good garrison spot for defense. Blue has pushed forward his second town center here to claim these berries. You do collect sheep fast, you collect berries, so maybe a good idea to go for sheep instead. If I remember correctly as well, you collect sheep at a rate of 0.75 per minute, while berries do collect at a rate of 0.66 per minute. That is what's in the game files. Now, I do have the white tower being plotted on the field, and this is what I mean. Now the white tower is being aggressively applied or placed. He still has some protection around here. That aura may be the Castle Network aura. The White Castle is being highly aggressive, which is a great spot, a great item for a King of the Hill map. These defensive structures are very effective in King of the Hill. It's one reason why Mongols have trouble in King of the Hill, in my opinion, because you don't really get any defensive options, and your economic options are slower than other nations' economic options as well. And there's no trade to make usage of your more powerful economic option. You now have a Mangonel to play on the field by... Oh, heard a bunch of fire there. Oh, that was just the boar going down. So he's claimed boar there. Very, very nice. Does take out Blue's scout there. So Blue only has a Mangonel and a king. The Mangonel's going to be a great item, that's for sure. You have an early man at arms play on the field. I'm not sure what he's eyeing. He's pretty far on food production in order to get his next age up. Both players, villager and villager count, are the same at this exact moment. Oh, apparently the king doesn't even count as a military unit at the moment. More archer rangers being pulled on out. And yet, Blue could eye for an early mosque. He does have a monk now on the field. There are relics on the field. Both sides have access to 2 relics, looks like.
Okay, that.
You can get those relics either for... he's going to eye for frontline conversions. Very, very nice.
Virtue guides
In actuality, he does pick up a relic there as well. There was actually the down relic you can see by the cart there. So there was a relic next to the sacred site, but he could keep that relic on the front line for conversions. He also needs to deploy the Mangonel out to get it able to fire as quickly as possible, and he could go for Spring Ball in placement as well, as was Network of Castles or Network of Citadels. He looks like going to go ahead and capture the relics there to put them all in his monastery to get a bit of extra gold income, which is also very important on this map because you can burn through gold very, very quickly. He should eye deploying out and perhaps another keep over here to protect this gold as well. May seem like overkill, but does make a big difference.
Idzie bruke dat.
Farah Huerta. Farah Dawn.
Do now have a marker being pulled out in the field.
Seja engineada. Yeah.
We do now have these man-at-arms and longbowmen advancing forward. Blue does not have a whole lot of army. He's going for a large number of crossbowmen, which will be effective versus these man-at-arms. He does spot the White Tower now. I don't think he knew about the White Tower. Crossbows do hit the already dead man-at-arms. Let's pick up another unit there as well. That was a longbowman. Now the King's Palace being pulled out on the field. Honestly, the White Tower would probably even be better. Just put in position here to be a good defense position. I don't think the White... Maybe I just forget it for more villagers and production, but I don't think the King's Palace is going to be all that great. It definitely needs trebuchets, that's for sure. Blue should start eyeing some more Mangonels and Spring Golds. He needs definitely these Spring Golds out early in order to protect his White Tower. Pink's now reached Castle Age. And now Blue's advancing forward with Crossbowman. It does kill off one villager there. Very nice little pick. King does receive a bit of fire.
Building done.
Got 2 Mangonels here that can help really keep this area secure. He's going for a lot of upgrades. He definitely needs Pierce Armor to help protect from this White Tower. It permanent does 13 times 3 damage. So getting some extra Pierce Armor could help out, though will provide a pretty good attack speed as well. Let's pick up another relic there. Very nice. Oh, he stole his opponent's relic as well. That's why another monastery. So he has 4 relics here. That will provide him a pretty good gold tithe.
What needed work,
We got more man-at-arms from put on out.
We aren't going to soldiers. Move it, get us busy.
The King's able to heal up the monk as well. Very nice. And now we do have another keep here. We'll have some more keeps here. We'll provide him great defense as well as protection for this gold vein. And I think it's going to come down to one final clash. I don't think Pink's going to guide for any aggression until the last moment for the Sacred Site victory. He has another 5 minutes to prepare. And he's attacked maybe with 2 minutes remaining at the latest. That's just the King going around being an annoying nuisance. Right now, Blue does have a superior military out in the field, has a good number of man-arms and crossbowmen. His opponent has a small amount of a mixed force, man-arms, crossbowmen, archers, all that sort. He needs to get out some more trebuchets, probably. He does have a good number of banner range for. Good. But one does have good, very, very good number of Spring Golds. And now here's the attack. Banner range advancing forward as well. 3 minutes remaining, so this is probably the final engage of the game. All defensive reinforcements as well. Crossbow now engaging, trying to hit these fours. Mangonel finds a very good volley there. finds a great volley on the crossbow as well. Magenta's losing a lot of his archer force. Blue's maintaining good production there. More archers on the field. The king does go down. And we do got the castle network from both sides. Do not have the network citadels upgrade for pink, so they are inherently weaker. Horsemen have turning forward as well. To 2-3 minutes remaining. It's not looking good for pink. Pink has a castle here. Does manage to stay out the white tower range there with these villagers as well. Still got a very good amount of siege here, and that may be the end of the game because his opponent doesn't have a whole lot of time left to reinforce. He needs trebuchets. Blue looks like maybe Iron Power to go Imperial Age. At this point in time, don't go for Imperial Age. Literally just dogpile this point and hold out. Imperial Age will net you not a victory, but he's going for Berkshire Castle now. I would disagree with that. He just should focus on mass production to maintain the 6th site. He's charging forward with units, but unable to get the area. I suppose he's also at Pop Cap. Pink's far from Pop Cap. And Magnos does take up those villagers well. With 2 minutes remaining, more keeps, including Berkshire Castle. Yeah, this game's pretty much over. Now we've got it all in, throwing every single villager on the field. You don't really see all in all too much. Trying to charge it for as well. Magnos will do some great damage there. He has a good stack of them. That's 4 Magnos right there. Looking to charge it forward, he gets annihilated. Oh. He just lost 30 of his villagers there, most of his military as well. His castle goes to go down, and that is the end of the game. This is Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yeah, that replay was not much. King Hill, you have to really change your playstyle. Alright, let's find another person to find replays for. His name's probably a bit too common. Oh, got one online. One has like the highest level of veterancy, so maybe that's him. Conqueror, alright, that may be it. Got some for the 27th. Let's go and take a look. 23 minutes, so we can perhaps do that one. 30 minutes, that's going to be a good one, hopefully. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Powers 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the yellow French, we have Easties. Spawn on bottom right side as the blue Chinese, we have Liquid Demu. Of course, collecting up sheep, we do have a village going on down. We do not see any man-at-arms rush. Blue is finding a good number of sheep. Gonna lead those sheep to glory. Yellow is not finding a whole lot of sheep at the moment. We'll find another one there. And we'll find some more up here. Now we do have a school of cavalry being, or chivalry, yeah, cavalry, not chivalry, being put on out. And now we've got the Bardican of the Sun being put up by blue as well. Usually we see the Imperial Palace first to get out additional Imperial officials, but he's going for the Bardican of the Sun first. Blue Scout does get a spot to the school of chivalry. We've got the first Royal Knight now being employed in the field. And does find himself a wolf there. First Royal Knight pushes his way forward. Not really exposed units. The town centers and other various defensive structures for the Chinese are a little bit better at defense than other nations because they have a higher base damage units. And does see a pretty nice hit there as well. The Bardican Sun and the town center does have the same damage there. Does see a charge attack there in the Scout, but Scout does have some inherent health regen. Over here, another scout here. These two Royal Knights are trying to find another engagement. There is an opening over here. You got a barracks being pulled out. Like him to pull out some defensive spearmen. Yes, he will. And Imperial Academy has been completed. Able to pull out some more Imperial officials.
Parate equites. Secundement demande.
Bien.
Equites cum memondes.
Knights will find these palisade walls there. He will be funneled up into the town center. I've got the scouts engage each other, but looks like Yellow Scout does get a first engagement. Apparently the French scouts use an axe. That will hurt. It says sword, but that's clearly an axe. Exotic Doggy will find the archer and will start nibbling on him. Royal Knights are trying to find engagement here, but you got a couple defensive spearmen as well as a archer range. No, don't go with Zinch News. They do not have a high enough damage output to deal with against Royal Knights. Royal Knights have a 3 base pierce armor. Zinch News have a base attack of 4. They'll do 1 damage times 3. Also, at this point in time, you know you're against French, you know you're fighting against a lot of Royal Knights. Don't go for Zinch News. Archers do find hits there. It's just outside of range. Villagers can't provide any additional defense. Let's get a good alpha strike there on the Imperial Official. Imperial Official will manage to escape on out there. Zinch News firing away. Zinch News will do some good work for this archer, so it's not entirely bad. He actually went for a handful of them. And this Royal Knight has received quite a bit of fire there. Since he's going for Zinch News, he may want to go out, get a blacksmith up as soon as possible, get additional damage. Is there something unique about pagodas? There's control. That's granary. Oh yeah, it just provides a little bit extra resources for other ones, other resources as well. That's what unique about pagodas. Other civilizations would have to get a research for that. Villagers not being employed, more villagers being employed out in the field. Does get a good volley there on that villager. The villager does stay alive. Hand Cannoneer does find a shot there. Does have a good number of spearmen and Zinch News. I still don't know how to properly pronounce a lot of these names. Down south, we've got more of these palisade walls. He does finish off the walls before they get bypassed. But now I'm going to throw some torches there. A couple spearmen could go around the flanks in order to help force these guys back. It looks like the villagers are going to repair up the walls as they start getting damage. Right now, the Chinese player doesn't really have any assets to engage one aggressively. Got more archer units being put up by Yellow. Does spot this archer there. Scout following him, trying to scout around. Blue does have still this nice defensive force here. Blue's just going to remain defensive for quite some time. And this scout, the fact that these yellows are really focused on the scout is actually really good for blue, because this scout is just a scout. Exotic Doggy does find the Royal Knights. And we'll spot the sector town center there. Very nice.
Audite milites. Encueste de batalla.
Yellow's now advancing forward, trying to get a good engagement. You have the scout still being pursued. I would definitely be trying to run away myself. There's a guy on a horse with an axe trying to engage. Trying to hit me with that. French archers do find some good hits there, getting a couple kills. Very, very nice. Right now does give him a nice villager advantage of 47-43. Scout receiving some hits there, and now the Zinch News will find a good volley there. No additional pierce armor or damage for either side.
Attention. Novos ordines.
Yellow's Royal Knights now advancing on forward, trying to find a good engagement. Got multiple Imperial officials now deployed on the field. Scouts still trying to run around. Now we got the Imperial Examiners giving more max gold carry for Imperial officials. And Zinchnews do find a good volley there onto Yellow's archers. And it looks like they're getting pushed forward when they get attack move forward, so they're literally gliding forward thanks to their buddies. The larger the group, the easier to pursue this force. Royal Knight now seeing some health regen.
Ordine tenets.
This Royal Knight could charge on forward as well. Scouts here to spot. Does get a good attack there, but does not finish off that villager. Over here, it looks like he's going to split up his archers. This group may be spotted. Yeah, the Zinchnews now trying to fight it. Does find a volley there. Well, seems like he's saying a lot less damage. Got Pierce attack and Pierce armor being administered from both sides. Archers now receiving quite a bit of fire from the Zinchnews. And these archers will be overran. We have more Royal Knights being pulled out by Yellow. I've got Pierce armor attack and Pierce armor defense being pulled out by both sides. So wait for their opposite upgrades, and now they're going for their opposite upgrades. Spearmen try and pursue these archers. Zinchnews finding some good volleys there. Zinchnews, they do have a range of 4.5 tiles, which is a little bit less than the range of these archers. Royal Knights now advancing forward. Does get into this mix, does perhaps overwhelm this Imperial official. Imperial official does not go down. Does get Imperial official inside of the town center. No villagers spear went down there. Yeah, no villagers actually went down. All of them are very, very wounded. This Imperial official has nowhere to run. Does go down there. Spearman trying to pursue this force. Yellow is trying to engage over here. Does find this town center here. No village from the inside, which means that could be torched down. Yellow does find this corner there. Zinchnews finds a good volley onto the Royal Knights. Of course, the damage is simply not high enough to do any significant damage. Let's get inside the Bardic of the Sun right there. Another of the Royal Knights do go down. And this time the center will get fully destroyed. Got now the Royal Knights charging forward. Spearmen and counterattack. The Zinchnews need to start hitting the archers. Archers are hitting the spearmen. Good damage coming out from both sides. Royal Knights are turning forward. Spearmen are now trying to counterattack. Royal Knights do see a volley there. Spearmen now trying to engage the archers. Zinchnews getting some good damage there on these archers. Of course, with the town center fire there, that's both provides some good fire support. The scout quickly goes down there to those spearmen. Yellow's force is largely getting whittled down. Blues has a good number of spearmen to engage these horsemen. And their vision's now crap at the moment. Starting engaging as well. Spearman finds a place there. Got more Zinchnews and more spearmen and pace it forward. And these archers are going to get overwhelmed by the spearmen and by the Zinchnews. Listen, the Zinchnews maybe doing a bit of overkill there. Got a good number of spearmen and Zinchnews now pushing it forward. It's a whole bunch of farms being pulled out there. Now, dude got a pair of battering rams being pulled on the field. Let's go behind to see Sound's opponent with some battering rams. This is a second town center, so it has a lot less health. It doesn't take too much to finish it off. That archer will spot this force here. And we'll spot the battering rams primarily. More and more military units being put up by Blue. Right now, Blue has a significant amount of gold right now. He needs to stop collecting all that gold and start eyeing for other things. Red player has not a whole lot of resources, especially of wood. Barons will be making their way forward. There's a lot of forces here to help protect them. Let's get inside the town center. And this is going to be a nice choke point there for blue. The cavalry and the archers have trouble being through all that, and the Zinjanews will love to shoot anything that comes close to them. Town Square goes down right there. Yellow still has a superior number of villagers, just that now he's losing a lot of infrastructure. Blacksmith starting going down. Batter Rams getting some good hits there. Good hits there onto the Royal Knight as well. Oh, here, Royal Knight trying to push the way forward. Does have a decent defense force in this region. Yellow's losing a lot of housing. Yellow's now at pop cap. Or over pop cap by a significant amount. He needs to pull out a large number of housing here, because he's going to need to pull out more force to engage this force here. This one has a lot of army out on the field. Yeah, let's get inside the town center, trying to keep stuff alive. Farms started going down as well. Now the Royal Knights are trying to forward, trying to deal with this Batter Rams. Let's get a great charge attack there, doing a significant amount of damage. Markers firing some volleys onto those spearmen. Down here, we got the Royal Knights now turning forward. We got a forward granary here. He may want to pull out some more defense around the granary. Zinjanews now getting overwhelmed. All the blue spearmen has gone down, so now has to start a step away. Batter Rams now receiving some fire from these villagers. And these Zinjanews will not do much damage versus these Royal Knights whatsoever. You may just want to run them to a corner to distract his opponent long enough to allow him to get time to reinforcements. These Royal Knights running forward, they do take out another villager there. A pair of outposts here. The outposts, if upgraded hand cannoneer slits, will provide some good fire support against these Royal Knights. And nice place to hide away your villagers. Good upgrade the fortified outposts as well. Looks like Yellow's not going to be claiming the boar. Very nice. And now we've got the Royal Institute being put out by Yellow. Blue has not to put out his age up. He's actually spent a lot of his gold as well. He has actually a massive amount of wood at the moment. Pulling out some more farms now. Royal Knights trying to make another advance in that region. Both these upgraded hand cannoneer slits could upgrade them to fortified outposts both. And his boar is also being claimed. Yellow's going to be aggressive in claiming the boar. Now I do got fortified outposts being put out by both of them as well. Yellow does have a good force here. Oh, and blue. A lot of Royal Knights here, but there's a lot of archers here. These villagers may need to get out of there. He's about to get overran. Some of these villagers do going down. Astronomical clock tower not being put on the field. You know, I got the veteran archer upgrade coming on out. And melee armor for blue. Royal bloodlines not being researched.
Access Metzvos, companion.
Now I do have a keep being put out on the field. Not a lot of villagers, however, building at the moment. You may want to cancel it. Cancel it. It does cancel it. Because those knights will quickly finish it off. He has his forward granaries. It's very, very exposed. He should have put his... Probably could have put his granaries in the back line. Dale's now eyeing for his own keep. Blue's going to be putting his keep right there. He's rotating these guys around. Royal Knights now charging forward. The villagers are all on this side. He does spot the keep now. The Bardic Sun being upgraded to Spring Golden placement. Horsemen now advancing forward. There's some horsemen being mixed on in. Archers advancing forward as well. Keep has been built. Trying to pull out some of this food from the granaries. I'll be taking time to start torching down some of the stuff as well. The castle has been built. He can pull some forward production next to that keep as well. Knights moving around. Do now have a trebuchet, block walk counterweight trebuchet. That should be a decent item versus that keep. Slowly whittle him down. Royal Knights advance forward. This will put the Chinese player to pop cap if he takes it out by a good amount. And over here, it looks like the horseman does go down. There's another keep over here as well. And we do, of course, have the trebuchet inside this area, so that's a very good defensive spot there. I just realized something as well. Can the Chinese even deploy out any Hui Hui Pals? I know that the Mongols can get that occasionally from the Colonnade Palace, which is supposed to be a Chinese unit technically, but I don't know if he can actually deploy out any Hui Hui Pals. Now with trebuchet being put on field, some of these rice farms are starting to go on down. Now these Royal Knights do find engagement there, though do have a good defensive way of spearmen. And this trebuchet will be taking out this keep no problem. This keep's now receiving some fire as well. And he will spot these nice Royal Knights will come forward once again. Does kill off the villager. These spearmen may just need to have to be on outside this breach for the time being. Does finish off the scout there, so there's not a lot of spawning there. No, so that was actually a horseman. There's still another horseman in that region. These Zinchnoos cannot be in that region. They're not a good item against those Royal Knights. Outpost now receiving some fire as well. This one's now set ablaze. Got the trebuchets engaged in the outpost as well. You got this archer force rotating around, so the Zinchnoos wouldn't be half bad versus them. Now you got some Arbaletiers to be employed out as well. They do have no additional pierce armor for the time being. They do have one additional melee armor, and they do of course have the deploy passive to get actual 5 pierce armor. Looks like Blue's going to advance forward and over on the counterweight trebuchet. This could allow a breach here. This breach has not been patched. And now these villagers will likely go down very, very quickly. Blue needs to get this army back at home. He's already get overran. You have this stone camp being claimed as well. There's still a lot of Royal Knights in the region. Got the Clock Tower and Nessa Bees firing good volley there. Now the town's also seeing quite a bit of fire. The Spearman could perhaps engage his force. Let's get some good damage there. Trying to eye for this Clock Tower Nest of Bees. Of course, for the hand cannoneer, so that's getting some great damage there. Okay, that's trying to panic his opponent like that. Archer's now advancing forward. Clock Tower Nest of Bees now receiving quite a bit of fire. Zinchnoos, Spearmen, and handful crossbowmen are now advancing forward. Looks like a large number of crossbowmen is being put on the field. Spearmen are getting hit by these archers significantly. His villagers are currently cast to nothing at the moment. Archer's being focused down. He's sending Spearmen over here and Zinchnoos over there. That sounds like a great combination. It looks like these, of course, we'll be pulling back. Of course, this multiple hand cannoneer slots inside these keeps. Able to get some good damage there. Villagers now trying to fall back in this garrison. This force is being cleaned on up, but do of course have this keep now garrisoned entirely. The villagers will be dancing around. The hand cannoneers are getting some great shots onto these forces. Blue will be cleaning up that stone. Blue has lost a significant number of villagers, and he's pulling out a big wave of stone walls in this region, which also potentially allow him to secure this trade center. He could start pulling out some caravans right here. You don't have to do a full map. I think around 60% of the side of the map does make it so each caravan is equivalent to a villager in gold production. Plus, even if you get out some now, you can always expand it later on. Are the hand cannoneers slots? Oh, plus 25 for the ship, that's what I read. Dale's not claiming some of these sacred sites. These villagers have claimed the gold as well. I think he's trying to claim this gold now, Blue. Let's get these villagers. They're dancing around the keep. Picks off 2 of those Royal Knights now. That last one will have trouble doing anything. Clock Tower and SFBs has getting some great damage there. And now clean up this gold mine as well. Alright, neutralize that side. That went down quickly. These are all Clock Tower counterweight trebuchets. This site won't go down anytime soon. This keep, however, is not besieged by these counterweight trebuchets. These Royal Knights not advancing forward. Does get inside the garrisons immediately. Spring Golden placement does do some good damage as well. Let's see, comparison to hand cannoneer, the Spring Gold has slightly slower rate of fire, but does have nearly twice the damage. The overall DPS is slightly higher than hand cannoneer. And plus, you don't have to worry about armor as much. That monk is going to get killed on off. He's not makes forward of a whole bunch of trebuchets and Scrown army in general. Start nailing this keep. Royal Knight will in fact go on down. Just keep now receiving some massive fire. Trying to stop this keep there, needs to hit those villagers. Counterweight trebuchets getting some great damage. And those are blue villagers charging on forward, torching down trebuchets apparently. Oh, this was a secret fire there. There's a large number of Mangonels and Spring Golds in this region. Clock Tower and SFBs finds a very good volley there. And Mangonels do find a great hit there as well. Taking out the SFBs. Blue is not turning around to engage. He's not going to save his trebuchets at the current rate. At this point, he's not being decaptured, or may attempt to be decaptured. Royal Knight now sees some fire there. Is destroyed. Yale's not pushing forward a bunch of villagers. He may be eyeing to reclaim this gold mine. May want to pull out a keep as well. There's some stone to quick grab for that as well. And there's going to be a fortified outpost there. Looks like Yale's going to try to stop this area from being claimed once again. Going for another keep. Yale's not advancing forward. We'll have final all these villagers exposed to the Zenchanoos. Spearman advancing forward as well. A lot of targets for these Zenchanoos. There's also a good number of crossbows in this region as well. The keep will go on up. The trebuchet's now advancing forward. Blue's falling on the back. And wait, that's actually not a keep. That's a Red Palace. Red Palace have a lot of Argos there, and Blue does actually fully back out the game. And maybe a little bit too early for back out the game. Yeah, that seemed like a little bit too early to back out the game. By the way, this is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see now. If that was a brand new game that's available. It could do that one. This is the one I just did. Not that one. These ones tend to be modded. And they're also from last week as well. So let's go and just do this one here. It's going to be a relatively shorter replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the top side as the yellow Rus. We have Beastie. Spawn on bottom right side as the blue Holy Roman Empire. We have Liquid, Dimmu. And since we have a Rus player out on the field, let's go ahead and switch over to Auto Caster mode to keep an eye on to the trade bounties. This map has a lot. Oh, there's like 4 groups of deer in this region. Of course, got a large group of deer here, and yellow does find that one. Nobody's found this deer here. Blue and yellow scout are moving around. All these deer are currently dead. He does only have 130 trade bounty. That's not a lot. There's no wolves in this region as well. But it looks like yellow does find another wolf there. He just needs to get at least a tier 2, I would say. It has spotted these deer now. Both sides are going to be rushing down all these deer. And only at 220 at the moment. Yellow does find a wolf there. At pop cap at need 5 more. And there we go. That will get him tier 2. We do have the Akin Chapel being put on the field. The Akin Chapel provides a massive resource growth. These scouts are going to take time to stab these villagers. And now, of course, we do have the Kremlin put on the field. Scouts receive a bit of fire there. Blue's not going for a 4 town center. And does have a couple militia in this group as well. The scouts, of course, can't do a whole lot of damage versus these villagers, and the militia does get cleaned on up. Let's switch back to caster mode now. Scouts are running around. We've got yellows placing on the town center over here. There's only 3 deer carcasses there, but of course there's some nearby ones to claim. And now we do have the early knight, finds an early joust onto a scout, but does not finish him off. Akin Chapel will find some great resource gathering here. Down here, the early knight does find some hits there, does take out one of the villagers. Blue does have a slight advantage in villager count. Now here, more militia charging forward trying to deal with this horse. Let's throw some torches there onto that archery range and start being rebuilt now. The militia not charging forward as well, trying to get some damage. They will expire in about 30 seconds. They can't really, these villagers can't really stick around for too much longer. They're starting to go for textiles. No, more villagers do go down. Got now yellow playing out some archers. He does not have the technology yet for the siege engines. Got this early knight and a horseman pulled on the field. Large number of these villagers are very wounded. Horsemen receive a bit of fire there. Scouts still at full health. There's some palisade walls here. And more of these early knights now charging forward as well. He needs spearmen, not archers. He's fighting against the Rus just to deploy out early knights, and they do a lot of work. This one's now trying to make their way forward. It's going to receive some massive arrow fire from town center now. And there's just not enough garrison slots for these villagers. Knights getting some good damage there. Archers fighting away, but they're going to have trouble versus these forces. We've got these yellow archers in the region, so blue archers will actually get some good work there, as well against the militia. Arena just needs more spearmen. Who's not going for some pierce damage. Or pierce armor, not pierce damage. Now we've got the high trade center being pulled out right there. That should net him some decent amount of gold. It's hard to say where the best spot for it. Yeah, maybe deploying it right here would have been a little bit better because there's also the nearby bushes. Knights receive a bit of damage there. Going to fast forward a little bit. Horsemen still moving around. Now got the Knight upgrade being researched by Yellow, who's now gotten his castle age up. The Holy Rim Empire player is still pretty far away from getting his next age up.
Das hat ich gern. Skål, Gitan. Du bedarfst
Lock-in Chapel will provide some good increased harvesting rate around this region. Also in the core of his town, so it's really hard to raid it.
Skål, Gebuit.
Give an idea how much this chapel can cover is, let's see, 380 as well. The chapel covers that much radius, so you can get lots of more farms here. Some of these stone miners will also be affected by it. And it looks like this player is actually low on population space as well, so he needs to get that changed. So there's 380, so if he kills off the boar, if there's any boar on this map, yes, there's at least one boar. Just that one boar on the map? Oh, by the way, he has a high trade center tower, so that can provide some extra deer. So you will get his 500 bounty eventually.
Приготовляйтесь, воины!
You knock out the Burgkov Palace. Actually, I've never seen that landmark before. People always go for the Ragiz Cathedral. Unique Film Empire. Axe Barrack that uses 400% faster. Okay. That's why people go for the Cathedral. It's basically 4 barracks and for a landmark, while the other one just provides at least some economic benefits. You know how the marching drill is not being researched? These forces now trying to pursue this scout there. Got a good number of knights here. Now he's at Castle Age. He's quickly building out some more spearmen. Has a pretty sizable force here. Not a lot of defenses in this region to Garrison's villagers, so you will lose some of these villagers in the strike. One of these villagers go down, second one will likely be next. Nope, he does save that one. And Blue's now evasive forward of a massive wave of spearmen, archers. He needs more spearmen. And got the conversion being pulled out right there. Not going to be effective. He could pass and trump this stone quarry. There's a siege workshop there. Yellow does have a relic there, so perhaps could try to go in conversion. Does pull out is trying to pull out some walls in this region. Very nice. And these knights are pushing way forward, getting some great damage there. Took out a large number of villagers, so Blue's low in villagers. Eyes of volley there, but the problem is these knights have 5 pierce armor. These archers are doing. They have 8 attack. They do some damage. Spearman getting some good damage there onto that scout. Does take out the scout now. And now the sacred site's being captured on up. So we're finding some hits there on that knight.
Gute Leistung, Mann.
Wolf does find some bites there. Over here, this knight will be picked off very shortly. The archer can turn around and get a quick volley onto them. Boyar's Fortitude now being researched.
Waffen bereit! Vorwärts!
Gespanne und geladen.
Gut gefertigt. Schönes
Want
Bild.
some more spearmen there. Doesn't need much infrastructure when you have that on the field. You also can make towns that are nice and compact. War has been claimed there, so he's probably at the full bounty, but does lose a villager there as well. All 6 sites have been captured up.
Ватницы, на коней садитесь.
Spearman advancing on forward. He's trying to go for forward keep now. Multiple mangonels now put on the field for yellow. That was a horrendous volley there. Archer drills can be a good job to do kiting. Knights now charging forward. Archers are getting overwhelmed by these knights. Spearman's making their way forward. These archers need to start hitting these villagers, honestly. The crossbows could be ignored for the time being. He doesn't have any armor out in the field. Blue's now playing on some crossbows now. Mangonel still being very, very problematic for Blue. Let's get some good damage there, but looks like this keep will go ahead and be built. But you also now have a wooden fortress as well. Trying to go for more and more defenses here. As well as a lot of villager garrison spots. Takes out that villager there. Could perhaps take a couple guys, start torching down this palisade wall. And Yellow's now eyeing for a big wave of palisade walls here. Blue's gonna be advancing around the flank.
Marschieren! Das herumtreiben!
Ich hörte das.
Oh, here this spearman is receiving a bit of fire. Some of these villagers are going on down. I believe that's fully walled off. This area is definitely not walled off. Knights starting going on down there. Got a good number of mangonels in this region. He's trying to perhaps respond to this force. Starting to torch down this palisade wall. And it's going to be falling back. Did not set that wall ablaze yet. We also got some warrior amongst this region as well. Yell's not going for a large number of upgrades, so as a Sacred Side victory counting up. Spearman is going to be eyeing to torch down some of these stuff. It's nice seeing a bit of fire there. That's a lot of mangonels. You could go for the spotting castle watch there just to make sure it has some good spotting. Pretty sure that makes it does make it spot farther than the castle itself. 30 villagers here. There's only 23 slots. Could go for another wooden fortress there just to make sure he has enough slots for all the villagers. I was not going for a large number of fortified palisade walls there to help really secure the region. Now Blue's eyeing for his own fort castle in range of his opponent's castle. We do have a Mangonel and Springald here. 2 Springalds. Yellow has more significant force here. Springald fires a good volley there on the villagers. Mangonels fires a much better volley on the villagers. Blue's Mangonels do a little sizable miss there. Blue's not advancing forward as well. Mangonels push way forward. Yellow, Blue has lost all Springals. Most of his villagers have gone down. Only a handful of villagers remaining, and the castle's down to half health while 75% built. Yellow's not going for another castle here. We do have these wooden fortress now garrison. Taking no shots there. He's trying to rebuild the castle. He does not have the mercenary repair or in range, does he? He's good damage there. Villagers sees a bit of fire from the castle. Blue's now eyeing to get some hits there onto his opponent's castle, or just go straight into his opponent's base. He's down to 5 minutes there. Nothing's currently sieging down this wall. Magnalos finds some damage there on that castle. Now I've got 2 castles here. Blue's force is wounded, advancing forward. Blue's army here is mostly composed of archers. There's a handful of crossbow in the mix, but now militia now charging on forward as well. Let's take out all those knights. Hell's now trying to repair up the castle. Magnalos could push forward to hit those villagers. Magnalos finds a good volley there. There's 7 crossbowmen, 10 archers. Oh, and Yellow's now out of stone.
Schönes Bild.
Trying to go here, so both sides really need to capture that region. Blue's archer force will go down. He's focused on these knights. And he may have a, let's see, large structure damage. He does now have enough a line of buildings there to get the emergency repairs. Trebuchet now firing away. Sacred Site victory still has 4 minutes remaining. His blue forgot about the sacred sites. Blue may have forgot the sacred sites. He should have dealt with the sacred sites a long time ago. Now got the Magnalos firing away. Right now range. Okay, this has the same range as well. Or no, the arrows have less range, but Spring Gold does have the same range. I don't know why these Magnalos seem like they're firing farther than I remembered. Trebuchets are firing away as well. Blue's now export these forces. Wooden fortress here. Spring Gold's facing forward, trying to deal with these Magnalos. One of them has the same bit of fire. And Blue backs out of the game now. I guess he realized, I don't know why he backed out. He's still going to turn this game around, but either way, this is Amgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Maybe if I would have took a better look at the income. Move on to the next player. We have some games here, but I think I may have actually cast them through with other players. No, we can do this one. This one's likely modded. Or maybe not. Or maybe I download the map. I think the mod, when I say modded, I think it's just the map itself. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the top left side as the orange Deadly Sultanate, we had Liquid Dinmu. Spawn on the bottom right side as the blue Roos, we have Lee Nock. And since we do have Roos player, let's go ahead and switch out of caster mode to take a view of blue. Does find those deer right there. The deer is on the high ground here. They have the high ground. You can't attack them that easily. In actuality, that's actually going to be really hard to find. Your scout's going to skirt around the edge of the map. Blue does spot the deer up there, so I think he will net himself some extra deer kills, thanks to the fact that Orange didn't naturally go up there on the high ground. And now the Kremlin not being pulled on the field. I have assuming it's the Kremlin. Yes, it is the Kremlin. I didn't even have to look at it and know what was actually being pulled out on the field. Got some wolves now being killed on off. And right now we do got 310 bounty, which is pretty good. There may be some more wolves around the map. Scouts engaging the scouts. And now let's switch back to caster mode. We got some spearmen, not spearmen, militia now advancing forward. You have the Tower of Victory now pulled on the field. The Tower of Victory gives attack speed to any unit within the influence of that structure. Got 2 scouts here, 1 scout here that will provide them great vision. Militia charging forward. Militia have still 30 seconds remaining, and they're going sword line to stab some villagers. And that militia will be killed on off. Blue's not eyeing for this town center. Almost got a body block there in location. Oh, that's annoying. He does go into aggro the boar, and does go and finish off the boar right there. Actually, one of those villagers is quite wounded, and will be killed off by a scout, surprisingly enough. Blue scouts are in nice triangle formations, getting some great spotting. But now, they have queued up going to the deer next. He needs to go for that boar. Boar does get collected faster than deer. And he is going to collect the boar. Very, very nice. What a boar. Okay, that was a horrible pun. Right now the villager count is quite even, but Blue should start moving ahead quite quickly since he does have the extra town center. Scholar's trying to grab some sacred sites, and does get out some horsemen there. Does receive a lot of times of fire there. Does lose that scout, which means it will reduce his vision. Scholars are eyeing to capture these sacred sites, and will give him a good amount of income. And this Blue Scout will get overwhelmed. He is going to be fighting against Rus, but the Rus player is pulling out horsemen of his own, and not the knights. Scout will go ahead and go on down there. These militia needs to start going towards these horsemen. Trying to pull out some walls there. Horsemen are going to overrun those archers. Sure, the horsemen do bonus damage versus the archers, but the knights do provide just a lot of damage resistance and durability against the archers as well. Militia still has 60 seconds remaining, trying to get some good damage on in. Got these horsemen still moving around. And a scout is decapturing the sacred site, or helping revert. Try to hunt down the scholar. Scholar will go ahead and go on down. The Scholar is now being focused down as well. We got this sacred site captured on up. Blue's now starting to advance forward with his villager count, and these horsemen are running away. Second site not being decaptured by a scout as well. Very nice. Orange starting to recapture the sacred site. That scholar is just barely in the angle. Though if he starts trying to heal something that's outside that circle, such as this archer, he will walk out like that. Circus site has been decaptured. These horsemen are now being pursued. This blue horseman will go in and go on down. Both has decided to equal up. We do now these early knights being pushed on forward, trying to engage past some of these villagers. The Warriors have a sizable army here. It looks like Blue's eyeing for more wood. Now Yellow's going to be advancing forward. Of course, there is quite a bit of a brush here. They'll be advancing forward a little bit blind. Blue will be able to spot this. Needs to get these villagers inside the town center. He may lose one, especially this low health lady here. And these villagers will get inside the town center. None of these villagers will go down. Blue's not going to advance forward. Early Knights try and charge and hit this archers. And Spearman will quickly go down there. Early Knights are now roaming around with a scout to spot for them. And this scout will go down. These forces are making their way forward, trying to throw some torches and break open this palisade wall. There's a good number of militia here. There is a scout in this region to spot as well. Trying to post some battering rams. Militia will get some great damage there. Battering ram is complete. Militia still has 40 seconds remaining. Blue should just advance forward. Most of the spearmen are not in the back. Now we're seeing some fire there. Spearmen are now engaging. Militia is starting to engage as well. Archers need to focus on those spearmen first. Knights are starting to hit those archers now. More archers being pulled down out by blue. And blue's going to be falling back from this region. More of these early knights are advancing forward. We got this force here. It's just significant size here.
Наказывай. Следуй наказам.
Spearman does go ahead and go on down. Knights advancing forward. Great alpha strike there by the Knights. Spearman now advancing forward as well. Council is now garrison, providing some good fire support. Blue's Knights need to start advancing on forward as well. These archers need to start hitting these spearmen. The early Knights can start engaging these archers. Blue's archers are moving a little bit too close there. Council is now receiving quite a bit of fire. Militia now being pulled on out with some more of these Knights advancing forward. Looks like this town center may go down. Does get out of the town center now, start repairing it on up. Blue does. It's getting pretty close. Does have to focus on these spearmen quite nicely with these archers of his. It looks like all the spearmen are down. Blue's archers just need to generally attack, move forward. Let's get inside the town center once again. Throw some good arrows onto this horseman. As it is passed and repaired on up, now being forced, and these forces starting to be forced back. They're just archers, no spearmen in the region, and the Knights going to be taking time to clean up that ram. Let's get outside the town center now, trying to repair it up. More alpha strikes there onto the battering ram. Now no longer on fire there. May want to get inside the town center in order to get some good fire support. And also getting the Knights inside the town center wouldn't be half bad. Help to shield them away from those archers and those spearmen.
Як угодно есть. Следую приказам.
Готове будете, воины?
Лук готов есть.
Sacred Sight's being captured, trying to be captured on up, but will be interrupted by these Knights. You could perhaps push some random units up there. And there goes that scholar.
Задницы напрямик.
I'll say he could task one of the villagers there to repair up the town center. Is that that must be a deer carcass, not the boar carcass.
Радуйся.
And click on that carcass. Because I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of carcasses left, so there has to be a deer carcass, not the boar carcass. Oh, that is the boar carcass. Where's all the deer carcass? Did he collect all the deer carcasses before the boar carcass?
Выступать и надо в наладнице.
The boar carcass you should prioritize first. It does have a faster collection rate than the deer.
Дело есть худо! Воины, восстанете! Готовитесь, яко угодно есть. Слушаюсь. Задницы напрямик.
Sacred Sight not being captured by the or being captured by the scholar, and those Knights do get pinned in the corner. Archer trying to decapture that Sacred Sight now, but it was unsuccessful. Horsemen do respawn in time. Now got these Knights advancing forward as well. They can easily decapture that point. More spearmen now being pushed on forward as well.
Нравится.
Let's take out one of those horsemen immediately.
Слушай,
Do you have to now batter ram put on the front line for orange?
Приготовляй, уразумев.
And orange is claiming the deer on the higher ground as well. Relatively safe to do that. You could put some walls up there just to make sure they're extra safe.
Или что делать?
Red's now advancing forward. He's trying to go for a wooden fortress here. There's no scouts from either side, so they don't actually see each other at the moment. Force now advancing forward. He may be able to see this army soon. Gonna try and torch down some of this force. That's what the wooden force being on the field. Blue needs to start engaging this force there. Does have a good number of archers here, as will spearmen. Horsemen started going down. The sacred site's not being decaptured. This one is only protected by a scholar, so that could be easily overwhelmed. And it looks like the wooden fortress will go down. More soft retreating away from these horsemen. Trying to focus down some of these archers now. Villagers could try torching down that battering ram. This battering ram's now hitting this town center once again. Looks like Blue will come out ahead to give him enough time. Villagers will be torching down this battering ram. Blue does also have a great number of villagers. Granted, the large number of them are not doing anything at the moment. Blue's force is welcome Orange's archers. Both sides have pierce armor. Both sides have range damage as well, pierce damage. I think a couple of these knights are heading down south, at least this one, right there. They start torching down this region here. We got these berry bushes now going to be spotted by this knight. Let's have a good number of archers here. Now do also have the man arms being pulled out. Orange has gotten his castle age. And Blue's going to be backing off his archers, getting a little bit overwhelmed in that region. Sixth site not being decaptured. Nothing in the area trying to stop him. Got some early knights here. And Blue is pretty far from getting his own castle age up. He needs more resources, primarily food. Needs to get damage there. More spearmen being pulled on out. And this villager's getting hit as well. The sixth side has been decaptured, so that does pause the timer and reset the timer. That villager does get overwhelmed there. Just only one deer carcass remains. Got this early knight trying to advance them forward. More of these knights are closing in from multiple angles. So you get intercepted by some of those spearmen. Orange now eyeing for a full keep. That should be a good position right there. There's a lot of line of sight for. There's a big block right there from the protect him. Militia now advancing on forward. The keep does get canceled there. I'm not sure what's going to redeploy the keep. Decides to be a bit more defensive. High trade house not being pulled up by Blue, eyeing for some more food and gold. That sacred site has been interrupted. Didn't he actually capture that all the way? Let's see, where's that? There's a high trade center that provides a pretty good amount of gold right there as well. Sacred site not being decaptured. Orange does have a good number of horsemen here, as does man-at-arms. Blue needs to start eyeing some crossbowmen, not archers. We now have another Warden Fortress being brought out there, trying to go for extra defense. These Knights currently have 5 pierce armor. These archers do 6 attack, that's not a lot. This archer will be shanked by those villagers. Got this keep now being put on the field, so both two of these sacred sites will be secured by keeps. These are just starting to get overwhelmed. They may actually do better inside the town center at the current rate. Because right now they're doing 1 damage each, and these 4 spearmen, we got the elite spearman upgrade right there.
Иду, куда наказано есть. Пригляди все изрядно.
Good shot hits there by those spearmen. Now I got these knights advanced forward. They're fully upgraded, or they're now night knights, not early knights. Good volley there. Taking out some of these knights. Needs more crossbowmen. He's starting to research to build up more crossbowmen, as well as some more of these militia. Okay, here's just some knights skirmishing around, seeing some fire. Lucius has a superior number of villagers, which is good. And now the sounds are seeing some fire once again. Lucius putting more and more forces here. The archers is not being targeted down all too much. Orange's knights are being focused down. They're receiving quite a bit of fire. Now he's trying to target to any multiple different targets. Orange's force is starting to be cleaned up slowly. Large number of these men-at-arms are being forced on back. We do have the knight now pursuing them. Now a big wave of farms being poured on out. The keep has been spotted there. We'll need to pull out some trebuchets for that. I realize I have my rumble minimized. There we go. Not gonna see any chance if there were any.
Построено есть. Радость велия.
Где работники нужны?
Villagers, I need to pull out some more of these forward farms to help keep this area prepared up and secure.
بنا تمام بود.
And also pulling out some forward farms here around this keep.
کوششی خوب زمان.
Blues, of course, at 103 villagers, bonus at 71. The sacred site is not being captured, has not been captured or recaptured. We do have now a blue keep being, or orange keep being pulled out here as well. Orange is going to be eyeing a secret site of victory.
Трудитесь надобно.
Do not have Boyar's fortitude now being researched. The fortified palisade walls now under siege.
Иди труд.
Трудитесь надобно.
Fortified palisade walls starting to go on down. More wooden fortress here. He does have a counterweight trebuchet deployed on the field. Palisade wall has been cleaned on up. He does have a decent defense force here. Has a good enough crossbow to deal with these knights. There's not a lot of man-at-arms in this region, just only 2. Knights do come in for a flank, but do get intercepted by those spearmen. Gorgeous Knights is still alive. Crossbowmen now stood a second away, trying to focus down these knights. These forces are starting to hit these horsemen. Now these bowmen start to go on down. Trebuchet is now firing away. He's starting to get some hits on multiple locations. Orange's army has been cleaned up right there. Lucius has a significant force out on the field. This keep has been built. Secret site victories at 9 minutes. Keep seeing more and more fire. It wouldn't be half bad to go for the castle watch as well. This force advancing forward will find any villagers. Getting some villager kills wouldn't hurt. Though he won't get many kills thanks to the fact that the keep's nearby. More wooden fortresses now going on up. Gets good hits there on the keep.
Стоять много будет.
Battering ram now charging forward. Some push forward with his force here to prevent the villagers from torching it. villagers do get inside the castle now. Got this horse now pushing forward as well. So going to be braving the castle fire. Wooden force is now being upgraded to more spring galls. More horsemen charging on forward as well. Spring galls firing away. This castle is now receiving massive amounts of fire, trying to prepare it on up. There's 3 trebuchets currently sieging it down. And now the villagers are trying to torch down the battering ram. Keep receiving more and more fire there. 2 more battering rams not being poured on out. The keep's not being repaired up anymore. Trying to go for this keep now, trying to hit these villagers. Keep's almost gone down. Does get inside the keep now, and going to be evacuating these villagers now. Trying to overrun the villagers. Still another keep in this region. Sacred Side Victor is still counting down. This various forces now advancing forward. Spring golds are backing on off. This wood fortress has not been complete. And now the counterweight trebuchets are eyeing to hit this castle. Or keep. That keep has been, of course, been destroyed. This wood fortress, unbuilt one, is starting to get hit as well. Keep's now set ablaze. More knights being pushed on forward. Does have some burning oil now. And there goes the keep. Blues immediately going for his own keep in this region. Morse trying to pull out some forward siege workshops. Militia not being pulled out on the field. The wooden fortress is not being built at the moment. Knights now advance forward, getting some good hits there. Blues keep will go let it go on up. He may want to get one of his forces here to decapture the Sacred Site before it gets counts down a little bit too late before he forgets about it. You now have a tower elephant being pulled out, has been pulled out the field. And Orange does back out of the game now. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see, is there any more replays by him? Wait a second. This was probably from a couple minutes ago, hasn't it? Oh, it's a 42-minute game. Before we get started, I do need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here, another HMRs 4 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Blue French, we have Liquid Dimmu. Spawn on the north side as the Red Mongols, we have Linak. Was instead deployed right next to the wood line. He's going for a lot of wood. What is he thinking? You got, oh, looks like he's going to die for maybe some tower rushing. He has put out, of course, his oboe. He's going for some spearmen now, going for ×2 spearmen. He will need a bit more stone in order to get out another ×2 spearmen. As right now. Now you've got a spearman rush now advancing forward. You now have a forward tower being put up by red. Blue does have enough gold here for a school of cavalry. Let's get some pokes there. This will severely delay the Mongol tech up. He has not gotten his 100 gold just yet. That's going to be cleaning up those sheep. He has found a lot of sheep there as well. The Khan's now advancing forward, maybe trying to engage his opponent. And this will deny his opponent the gold there. And now it's going to be, does garrison the outpost there with some spearmen. And now his opponent is going for the deer stones, giving the Yam network early around the outpost there, allowing his villagers or spearmen to sprint quicker. Khan's now advancing forward, does spot these two other gold deposits. Scout pushing forward. We've got a number of archers here. School of Cavalry, since he has not been able to maintain any sort of gold income, he's not been able to deploy out any royal knights. We do have this scout pushing way forward. Khan's moving around with some sheeple behind him. Now you've got the feudal age for the Mongol. Khan's moving around. He could potentially put a tower next to each of these gold deposits, help deny them. And now we've got a pair of horsemen now on the field. They're currently early horsemen. You will need to research the horseman upgrade to make them not early. There's the horseman upgrade now. Let's get a good kill there. We do now have these horsemen now moving around. We have these mounts that are not being built there, and that will help really secure up that gold. Those opponents now can maintain some gold income. Maybe we'll pull out some road knights now. Nope, it's going for a horseman. And the Khan does see some arrow fire there. The Khan does have health regen, so doesn't worry about getting that recovered all too much. Horseman now charging forward, trying to hit down these spearmen. Got this horseman here, has a good number of archers here as well. Horsemen, of course, do bonus damages to these archers. And red is now eyeing for this town center here to claim this deer. Does want to kill off that deer there that's close to the town center. Does pick off that one as well. He's taking time to pick off all the deer nearby. Maybe he's trying to corral this one over here, herd it over here. Blue's not eyeing for some towers over here. He says these two gold deposits here, so blue does have some good gold that's not near this tower. Let's take out that wolf for now. Both sides are eyeing to eco up for the time being. Blue's just being hyper defensive since the Mongol player has been quite aggressive so far this game. We potentially find some of this food there. Does spot the royal knight now. And now this tower has been upgraded with arrow slits, giving one decent arrow there. Got a pair of spearmen and horsemen over here. Guess we'll make sure to get plenty of spearmen since versus the royal knights. We'll find an angle there on these villagers. We'll get some good hits there. We'd use the movement speed there to help really close the distance. Villagers collecting up a lot of this deer that will give them good food boom. And now we do have this outpost now going to be receiving some fire there. You could advance forward with these horsemen, but this outpost is going to go down. There's just way too much fire here. He won't be able to deal with the Royal Knights alone. Spearman could ungarrison, start getting some stabs on the Royal Knights. And they are hardened spearmen as well, but they will quickly go down to these archers.
Good, so did they.
Going to start taking some time and start torching down some of these palisade walls there. Blue's going to advance forward with these Royal Knights now. Hopefully, Red does have a good number of spearmen. He does have currently 10 spearmen, one more on the build queue as well. Khan may go down right there. There's a lot of angry Royal Knights here. He does manage to get the sprint off, as well as go up a scouting falcon. Now it's best for him just to run away. Horseman may go down as well. Does got a number of spearmen here. Does have an outpost here. Load up with arrow slits. Spearmen advancing forward. They do not get any spear braces there. Gonna start advancing forward. He has a good number of horsemen in this region. He does get quickly out one of these Royal Knights. Multiple Royal Knights are starting to go on down. Horsemen will make a breach. Now they will start to enter. I'm just curious about something. Yep, just 5 villagers on gold. Pouncey to send some arrows there onto this force. And more palisade walls going up. The more defense the French player gets, and the harder it will have him to push on out. He does have multiple gold deposits inside his territory. And we do have the deer not collected up right there, so the Mongol player will need to retask those villagers somewhere else. There's some nice, delicious deer over here. Now I got the spearmen trying to throw some torches here. Now I got the horsemen trying to throw some torches as well. Here now being poured on out, as well as this outpost. And he's repairing up the wall while in combat. Now we've got the Steppe Redoubt being put on the field. The Steppe Redoubt does allow him to deploy, collect gold, 50% more gold whenever gold's dropped off that location. So that'd be a great spot for collecting gold. Yep, does pack up that gear immediately. Build that as quickly as possible to get the better gold income. The Mongols now in Castle Age, so now they can pull out their Steppe Lancers. And he still actually has, wait, a veteran horseman. So he has the horseman upgrade, but I see the early horseman icon. What? Okay, they're all horsemen, so there's some sort of bug right there. They're showing the wrong type of horseman. Unless, oh, here we go. Yep, he's now going finally getting the veteran horseman upgrade. But yet it still says early horseman there. He does have veteran horse or regular horseman. Not sure what's going on right there, but of course we do have now the veteran Royal Knights being pulled on out. We also have now this prayer tent, able to get out some shamans. You could be a bit more aggressive with this Steppe Redoubt. Usually how I like to play is I like to grab the forward gold. If I have a, also deploy out trade caravans in the background as well. So deploy the forward, get some forward gold, make sure there's enough outposts to protect it. And if anybody starts attacking that region, the Separate Doubt has plenty of health to withstand enough time for me to respond to any sort of attack. You know, some of the shamans starting to grab some of those, what's it called, relics. Yeah, let's go and fast forward since both sides are equaling up. Got a good number of defense here, but the more you play defensively, the worse off you generally are. Oh, that scout received some Springbolt fire. Now some of these secret sites are being captured on up. Very nice. It's hard for the Mongol player to capture all the secret sites. It's more just a way to force your opponent out of his walls. And I got this monk here, maybe trying to go for a relic. And now I do got the Royal Bloodlines research. That can be researched faster than your opponent can get out the Bloodlines research. Because it's an Imperial Age technology, and the French can get that in Castle, making it a pretty good window for those Royal Knights to get a lot of good work done. I got the Sacred Sites being interrupted by each other. The Sacred Sites is going to be captured on up. Now Royal Knights trying to hit this flank here. Horsemen trying to stop him, but the Royal Knights will also stop him. Of course, we've got the outpost here with the Yam network, so it should be able to get a rapid response over this region of Spearmen. It's going heavy in Spearmen, that's for sure. And he also has the stone investment on siege engineers, so now he can deploy frontline various forces. Monk will go down there. These horsemen do get pulled off the side. He's starting to pull out some outposts over here, trying to get this gold vein in the coverage of the Stepford out. Now there's going to be a massive engagement here. We do got some archers here as well. Crossbowmen are not going to be very useful in this engagement. Spear now charging forward as well, ripping apart some of those forces. We've got more spearmen over here and more archers. Red doesn't have to spearmen. The horsemen will have that trouble getting those archers. The crossbowmen not going to pump over too much, and the Royal Knights will have their hard time capturing do anything as well. Let's use the speed arrow. They were trying to get some more mobility. Let's get the Megano there quite quickly. Got a traction trebuchet here. Red also has some crossbowmen here. They're not going to be all that great against these other archer forces, but they will be useful versus these Royal Knights. Separate out not being pulled out right there, trying to get some more gold from that region. Now I do have some lancers being pulled out on the field. Red needs to take time to regroup his forces. He just doesn't have enough forces to engage this various archer force. He's now pushing way on in, trying to get some good work done. Overall, there's just too many Royal Knights. Royal Knights are far too hinky this moment in time. They literally have twice the health of these horsemen. Let's get inside the town center there. Let's get inside this outpost as well. There's some Springballs in some of these emplacements. This is just an arrow emplacement. Springballs do some good, put some big holes in those knights. And now the Texas sending some fire as well. There's nothing inside that tower, so that's fine if he loses it. Res now starting to advance forward. Does have some crossbow in the mix as well. Red starting to claw back in this fight. Stepford out. He has plenty of health remaining. Going for another tower there. This point starting to be decaptured. This point is still fully captured. Who's now eyeing for a counterattack? Villagers may receive some hits. Villagers do not have bloom just yet. Mangonel will get overwhelmed. He needs those Mangonel. Starts repairing up the Mangonel. Saves the Mangonel. Crossbowman gets good hits over here as well as more Spearmen. This force starting to push way forward. There's a number of men-at-arms now deployed on the field as well. Crossbowman will like to hit them. Mangonel does get a fire shot there. His force is now being pursued, even by a wolf.
Энэ байдлага олон зоныг элэхгүй.
There's not been support of this force in this region. The spore is not fully claimed just yet. He has 9 villages in this region. Let's find a wolf there. Now we do also have a forward keeping pulled out by blue. More spring golden placements. So just inside this tower there, the spring gold one is still firing away. These roll knights are not pushing way forward. Doesn't have a whole lot of area stuff for our defense this region. We probably need to go with the con arrow. Getting this stone con arrow is actually very important. Increases duration by 7 seconds. In comparison, I think the base is 5, so that gives the increased duration of the con arrow by up to 12 seconds. It's going for raid, getting some more income from that, which is nice. It's great to hit forms back because every form counts as raid if you set them ablaze. Most of this force are falling back. Keshik's getting overwhelmed. And now got these Royal Knights trying to avoid these spearmen. Wolf is coming to support the spearmen. You also have another outpost here. It's doing a good job, boys, pushing out these outposts. Now trying to wall up the region. And now do got these traction trebuchets at base 4. Does have good escort force. And sieging out that stuff is very handy for the Mongol player, getting a lot of extra gold and food. That research is still being deployed out. It's just the level basic one. I guess increases to 50. And where the base is 25, so it doubles the amount. This increases up to 75. This down here adds a bit of stone to the raid as well. Fraction trebuchets are getting some great damage. Fraction trebuchets are a variation of the counterweight trebuchet that gives higher attack speed. Basically, they're powered by people pulling it rather than just having to wait pulling it to launch something. But it does have a decent force here. There's a good amount of force here. It's going to be a messy fight for both sides. Mangonels need to hit this archer force. Fires a volley there. Gets a great hit onto them. Putting big holes here, but one of the Mangonels do go down. Tracker trebuchets starting going down. 2 of them are still remains. The keep does go down as well. This force now advancing forward, trying to gauge this army here. Mangonel fires a volley. Gets a minor hit there. Dragon trebuchets are still plenty healthy. Can start sieging down the other infrastructure there. More force will be pulled on out. Luckily, Red has plenty of spearmen. Now this force falling back. Does get a good hit there with that horseman. Mangonel's almost down. Got this melee force now engaging as well. Oh, that's a bad time to do a fall back. You still have to deal with this force. Some of the siege units are starting to go down. Blues and Royal Knights is charge on forward. Does see the Mangonel there. Tracker trebuchets have plenty of health. Some spring gold being put off by Red. Some of these forces are being picked on off. We've got Imperial Age for the French player. We've got the White Stupa being put out by the Mongols. I prefer the other landmark as Mongols. This gives you a good amount of gold or stone generation. That's pretty much it. Well, the other one buys you 3 units, and in general, the 3 units are generally worth more than the stone production. Sure, the stone production allows you to get more research, but I tend to go for a lot of trade as well and get the trade research for more stone for trade.
계속 나를 좋아하는 거 너도 둬야 해는
Both players are now Imperial Age. The Mongol player has a pretty good mixed army. The French player does not have really mix of army. Go for a lot of crossbowmen, as well as horsemen and knights. You now got the elite spearman upgrade. Also, the elite spearmen are going to be very good versus the French composition because they're going to like hitting everything, barring the couple archers, which he's not building any more of. Takes out that royal elite horseman quite easily, as well as that one. Sacred site now being captured by red right there. More shamans trying to capture up more sacred sites. Horsemen trying to go for a flank. Let's get some of these forces here. Got some more outposts being pulled in now, trying to stall his opponent. We've got more villagers advancing forward, trying to secure this gold. Now these knights are going to go straight to this villager line. It's hard for the Mongol player to control the terrain. Let's get the elite spearman upgrade now. Starting to capture the sacred site, and now we're going to have all 3 sacred sites soon to be captured by the Mongol player. He's going to send his town center, receiving a lot of extra fire there. He's going to lose a lot of these villagers. The spearman now getting some great damage there onto these knights. This sacred site's being decaptured. This sacred site's being captured. Red does have a decent force here. This needs to start engaging over here. And all those elite knights do get cleaned on up. Red's down a good number of villagers. This gold class is almost cleaned on up. You may want to start getting towards this gold over here. Play out some extra outposts in that region. Royal Knights now turning forward. And these Royal Horseman and Knight is falling on back. Got a triple capture in favor of the sacred sites in favor of Red. Does have good battering rams. The battering rams could charge forward to bash down some front line gates. Horsemen still on a wild goose chase from these spearmen. Battering rams now push way forward. That should be a lot of battering capability, but there's a lot of horsemen in that region. Now there's just like some hand cannoneers in this mix as well. They're annihilating those horsemen, no problem. Crossbow in the region. There's a good number of horsemen here as well. Red needs to pull out some more spearmen. Traction trebuchets. There's a lot of siege here. But right now he's having trouble stabilizing. Right now he's sent everywhere, and the English players or French players doing some good work. Go for some more of these towers. Got these horses now being cleaned on up. We got a couple of Mangonels and a lot of siege still alive for the Mongol player. Barons are completely charging forward. Just sending him forward to distract his opponent is a good idea to help stabilize the game, because right now he's just getting overwhelmed. Six sites still captured. Stepford out has been redeployed over here, trying to claim up some more of this gold. The Mongol player has a good amount of reserve of food and gold right now. And now we got these knights who seem getting a lot of damage there onto the traction trebuchets. Got some hand cannoneers now pulled on out for the Mongol player, and we got these guys still advancing on forward. Oh, we got a cannon placement? Okay. And it does some E3 damage. Good damage there on those horsemen. Horsemen engaging the horsemen. Mangonels may get overwhelmed. That's hand cannoneer support as well. One Mangonel does go down. And right now the Mongol players are having trouble stabilizing the front line. French players making good production. French players have a good amount of reserve of food and gold. Good hits there. Now got these horsemen advancing forward, trying to get some good engagements. Horsemen making their advance. So got a good number of hand cannoneers. Horsemen do bonus damage with hand cannoneers. Just need time to get some extra engagement, and he has not gotten his bloodlines research, so he's having less health at the moment as Horseman. He does need that extra health in order to engage those forces, but I think he's a little bit starved on trying to maintain the front line at the moment. Magnos are falling on his back. His red force may need to push on forward. Trying to engage now. Magno finds a good volley there on these forces. Now red start advancing forward, starting to counterattack. Large number crossbow here. That's not what red has. He doesn't have any armor really on the field. Magnos is starting to get focused down. Armor appears. You're seeing some fire. Still here, maybe to get a single arrow from firing. Over here, Blue's now eyeing for a forward keep inside his Bones base region. So he can probably pull out some siege weapons, Blue to take that out. Right now, he's just past the max. Got Blue's now pouring in forces in this region. Got now these outposts here, providing some good defense. One of them upgraded with cannon. Got multiple cannon placements. This one's being also upgraded with cannon as well. Now going for the defense, giving nearby units +2/+2 armor for 5 seconds. Cannon placement does cost 375 stone. That is a significant amount. In comparison, improved bloodline stone research costs 1,000 stone, so he's basically denying really healthy cavalry for these cannon placements. Right now, this fighting gets a lot of horsemen. Cannon placement will easily go down. Can't fortify them with stone either. Magano does fire a volley there. More Royal Knights are charging forward. Still got this keep here. Got this keep here. This trebuchet needs to start firing away. Getting some good kills there on these villagers. He is not realizing that there's multiple keeps in his base now. His front line starting to disintegrate. His back line starting to disintegrate. French players are streaming in more and more cavalry. Doesn't have a good lot of wood income. The Mongol player has maintained good wood income, but right now he needs a wave of battering rams to batter down these keeps. He hasn't realized it just yet. Now he has realized it. He's packed up his town center. He's going to be abandoning the region. Over there, the pasturers can be targeted tasked over here to get the sheep in that region. He does manage to save his cannon placement. Those villagers quickly get ripped apart. He doesn't have any gold income at the moment, or he does have some gold income somewhere. Way over here. These horsemen sort of overrun his force. He needs spearmen to engage these horsemen. Or knights, or lancers, should say. Just go a bit heavier units. Still got these keeps in this region. He's going for some battering rams now to deal with those. And that town center is being pushed towards that keep. It's all just set ablaze. Right now, Red's military is very, very small. He needs more spearmen. He needs more. Also, mass spearmen would probably be best to engage the knights. Crossbowmen would do minimal damage. You have to shrug that off. He just needs more spearmen. A couple of these keeps not being upgraded to various cannon placements. He's spending all the stone on those cannons. Veterans will be taking out these keeps now. Another keep being employed on now. Veterans getting some great damage over here. Not looking good for the Mongol player. He's not building anything either. He's low in resources. He's lost a large number of villagers. Does pack up this town center. One of these elite horsemen have 7 pierce armor, so they can withstand a lot of archer fire, so they can't really rely on the town centers for defensive fire. He's getting some more wood over here. He does need a wood. With this infrastructure, the battery ramps could just be charged forward, but now they distract his opponent, but also get him some extra income because of the raid bounty. Fort Architect's not being researched. Make it harder for those battery ramps to get some damage in. Or get the raid effect in. Villagers are now hitting these battery ramps significantly. And it's getting some good hits on in. On here, he needs to throw his either speed arrow or defense arrow. One of the two. Large number of horsemen getting annihilated right there. So that's a large number of horsemen here. I think right now he does use the defense arrow, which gives him +2/+2 armor. Magnus getting some good damage on in as well. Spearman Pursuit does fall back now. He has managed to stabilize, but right now he still has a lacking military and lacking economy. He doesn't have much gold income either. This one's claiming this gold, and that's the last bit of gold on the map. He doesn't have any small trade routes either. Not like he can really keep them secure at the moment. And he will lose these prayer tents, and so he's going to lose the gold income from the relics. Not sure where the other one is. Pretty sure he had claimed a lot of relics. I think his opponent's already claimed up those relics. He's not trying to either counterattack. He can't really afford a counterattacking. He doesn't have the military for defense at the moment, let alone for attacking. Trying to overconverge there, unsuccessful. Oh, there's a lot of exposed villagers there. But honestly, if he kills those off, his opponent would pull out more milk at the moment, which actually would be a bit more detrimental, wouldn't it? Are these forces advancing forward? There could be some raid, but it does have a large number, does have a keep there, plus the town center for defense. More keeps now being floated out. Does manage to get the monk there. And could perhaps take time to get the sacred site active. Here comes the spearmen attacking. They can perhaps force down some of these farms for some gold and food, but there's just too many keeps nearby. They're getting attrition down very quickly. We have some cannoneers sport on the field. They don't care what they shoot at. No, there's a spring gold. Cannon's not firing away, gets damage over here. It's a cannon range. They do have 10 tower range, so it's not bad. And cannoneers firing. Some of these villagers are starting going down. And most of the wood has been claimed on the map as well. At least on the Mongol side. So he's actually running out of wood and gold. He has stone. He has a good reserve of stone. He needs to start deploying invaluable stuff. Things that cost high in wood with the stone dual cost. That will help deflate the cost. He also needs biology a long time ago. He needed that cavalry extra health. Plus some other research here wouldn't hurt either, because getting plus 30% health on a cavalry is very important. And push my board, gets good damage there. Magnos finds a good volley. Trying to deal with these horsemen. Does have a mark here, and the Mongol player does back out the game now. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's go and go to another player. I think I cast this guy quite a bit. Both selecting, trying to find him, and by other people. So, let's find somebody else. Is this him? Likely, and hit him. Here we go. All of them relatively recently as well. I'm sort of tired covering English and French. Let's find some a little bit different one. A lot of quick games, eh? Nope. Literally, this first one is only one of a decent length. Greetings everyone, Angrade here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the yellow French, we have Lucifero and N. Spawn on bottom right side as the green English, we have La Shih.
Here word.
So do have a Man-at-Arms rush for green. He is going for 2 Man-at-Arms. He's going to try to deny this gold. Deny this gold will help prevent any additional... What's it called? Any additional roll nice as it gets age up, because it's likely going to be, yep, School of Cavalry. That is what 95% of all people go for. We're going to take time to torch down this mining camp now. You can... actually, no. Look at this map. There's 3 large gold deposits in the middle of the map. There's berries over here. Hunterpoles over here. There is another gold deposit here, but that's just equally as exposed. So, yellow needs to claim this gold. And there is no trade post in this map as well, so couldn't go for the other landmark if he wanted to, because there's no trade post on this map. So this map is going to be heavily come down to fighting all the center gold right there. And denying this gold is very, very important. Going to pull out some horsemen now. And could keep a man-at-arms near each gold deposit just to make sure it doesn't get used. We got a pair of horsemen and scout here, trying to redeploy the gold mine there. Man-at-Arms not charging forward. Early man-at-arms, or Vanguard man-at-arms, still has the 3/3 armor, and so they pose a massive threat even to these horsemen. Horsemen do have 1 extra damage, but they do also have the extra armor will make it much more harder to deal with these Vanguard man-at-arms. Do now have these melee hits there. Got the council hall now being built out by the English player. 1 man-at-arms does go down, and these horsemen will manage to secure this gold mine. These villagers are coming up here ready to collect the gold while the man-at-arms are still breathing. And it looks like we got these. Oh, these guys had the not the arrows. These guys had the arrows. It's just going to take time and collect all these deer. Quickly kills off those ones. Very nice. Now the horsemen eyeing for a bit of a counterattack. Council halls soon to be built. And first place is going to go for survival techniques. Very nice. Going to fast forward. Has to be very careful of the town center for the English. The English town center does have 2 arrow shots, not just 1. They do have quite a bit of fire there. And now we've got some more longbowmen being pulled on the field. He sees the longbowmen, he sees the spearmen. He knows he needs to pull out some more cavalry. Just 20% faster. Nothing too significant, but it is very, very hard to deal with sometimes because the Royal Knights can come out very quickly.
Bene udite. Sì, Barat. Udite, servientes.
You now got a big wave of archers being pulled outfield, as well as more horsemen, as well as more axe and wheelbarrow. Mostly spending early gold onto the economic upgrades.
Cavaliers. Attention.
Horsemen, a large number of horsemen here. They're going to try to find this longbowman. And right now he's doing a good job striking his opponent. Does quickly pick off that wounded horseman. Of course, I got a number of archers here. The archers could pick off these spearmen while the horsemen start engaging these longbowmen. Green South Special 4 will find himself a sheep. And we'll spot these villagers collecting this food. So it's going to be eyeing to hit that mill. Because currently that mill is currently milling the deer into a fine, thin red paste to eat. Spearmen now making their way forward. We got the charge there. Villagers do back off in time. Got the spearmen here, or horsemen and archers here. So he does have 6 archers here, ready to queue up attacks on the spearmen. Horsemen now trying to collapse in on these archers. Let's get... Spearmen do get a stab down those horsemen. Longbowmen have been collapsed on in. Archers are getting some great hits there onto those spearmen. And looks like Green's force will be cleaned on up. Both sides lost a large number of forces, but Green's force does get cleaned on up. Yellow could eye for a counterattack now. We got some more archer rangers being poured on out. Now it's going for a scout. Interesting.
Cavalarios, Barat. Cavalarios.
Yellow does have a good number of horsemen here. We don't see any Pierce armor just yet, and maybe since he's fighting against English, maybe good idea to go for Pierce armor sooner rather than later to deal with these longbowmen a little bit better. More archers being pulled out here, but not being properly rallied. And it looks like both sides of Iron just equal up for the time being. And the boar has been claimed by Yellow. Exotic Doggy does go down. Got the spearmen and longbow in this region. Yellow's doing a good job of keeping the English player in his base, constantly providing threat. Sorry, I hit my microphone. And that steer is being cleaned up as well. Gold mine being gathered up, and now you got Pierce armor being researched. As well as already got the melee attack.
Bene.
Beodeth me. Steranda tima. Cometh honor. Strele. Ferath began.
Horsemen now seeing lots of fire there. We'll spot this force that's advancing forward that could allow Yellow to hit his opponent's villagers. Those are going to take time to fall back. He probably has plenty of time to rebuild up a force. I probably would have attacked with these horsemen myself. The archers I can see falling back. Yellow's archers cannot be focused down first. He needs to make sure he's hitting those green spearmen as soon as possible. Now we got the Pierce armor upgrade for the French, which will pay a really big difference. Now the horsemen have 3 Pierce armor, longbowmen have 6 damage, so now their damage is doing 3 damage per arrow, so that's a 25% damage reduction. We got another wolf there. We do have now the early man-at-arms upgrade, as well as Pierce armor now being researched by green. Is that like Doggy nibbling on those villagers? We also now have some early man arms in the mix as well. They do have great armor and attack. Now the Royal Institute's now being deployed out by the French. It has all technology unique to the French. Research is at 30% cheaper there and ignores age requirements. Now he's able to research everything, including the royal bloodline research. Takes out that wolf now. Villagers do abandon that region. Take a while in the middle of here and start collecting some berries. Got these forces advancing forward as well. It does ban the gold mine in that region. Both players need to start eyeing to get a place to keep in the middle of the map. In fact, the French is at Castleways, so you could perhaps go for some stone mines there to collect some and stone to pull out a castle. Longbows are advancing forward. That's what the Royal Institute. I'll start touching down this mill there. It does find these reinforcements. Picking up these reinforcements is actually very important. It means this force will not grow any larger. Of course, it's not really going to stop the force currently. Man-at-Arms does spot these mill there. Maybe we'll find a good engagement here. Longbows do have their backs exposed. Let's take out another archers there. More of the horsemen are going on down. Now have the veteran horseman upgrade, which is going to be very important for the French. Woodline now under siege, need to evacuate out of that region. Horsemen advancing on forward. Maybe we'll find a good angle here. I've got the veteran horsemen upgrade as well as veteran archers. He does have a good tech advantage. It's going to take time to roll on out. With the archers engaging the archers, not the spearmen. We've got some vanguard man-at-arms in the region, or early man-at-arms in the region as well. Horsemen start engaging this longbowman. Those archers start going down. It's not looking good for yellow overall, I would say. Green's in a good position there. So the man-at-arms hitting him. It's going to be a Pyrrhic victory. Yellow will come out ahead. He's hitting more of these reinforcements. Very, very nice. Cleaning up 4. The mill. Oh, he pulled back off the mill out of the berries and went back to the boar. Of course, got the man-arms here. The villagers should be able to shank that man-arms, I think. Another force pushing way forward. Another group of spearmen and longbowmen. It's effective force. The best way for Yellow to deal with it right now is probably man-at-arms and Magnels. The French player has not collected any stone just yet, but I think he's going for stone now. Maybe not. Is he going for the berries? Or not berries, deer? Collecting that deer can be very useful. That nets them a lot of extra resources. Going for a monster now. King's Palace not being pulled up by green. There's a ever so slight village advantage for yellow. He has currently the one town center. I'm not sure what he's doing. There's no lumber yard there either. Horsemen pushing forward and they're not getting villagers there. All these horsemen are now seeing quite a bit of fire as well. These horsemen need to back on off out of the region. Now we've got the veteran Royal Knight upgrade. The French player is actually low on wood production as well. It needs to get more villagers on wood. They didn't fully build that house either. Now green has reached Castle Age, but now he has technically a second town center. So got more archers being put out by yellow. He's also going to take time to clean up, claim these relics, which is going to be very good.
Donet sicum vos voldres. On a way menia breakpoint. Fuer girid. Voyez Brest, compagnon.
We do now have the veteran spearman upgrade for green. Very nice. Handful of Royal Knights now deployed on the field. It's not gotten any Royal Knight research just yet.
Al Suisse.
More relics being claimed by yellow.
Advertance to le monde.
French players low on gold at the moment, and there's another town center finally. It's a good idea for either player to start really applying aggression and securing up the central region with some keeps, because this gold is going to be critical. Those monks he has could heal up those patch up these horsemen as well. Those horsemen are severely wounded. Yellow's now advancing over here. I'm not sure if he actually spotted that area. He may be just trying to put a couple guys next to this relic. Yellow's now advancing forward with these horsemen. Royal bloodlines now being researched. And we do also now have the man-at-arms upgrade, as well as some more pierce armor. Yellow's not going also for his own pierce armor upgrade as well. Yeah, Green's not going for his +2/+2 armor on his man-at-arms as well. They're going to be very, very resilient. Yellow will probably in the eye some crossbowmen in the future, the Arbaletiers. And here comes this force advancing forward. I wonder if he knows about these mills. He will spot this mill now. And he will go ahead and patch overrun this region. These villagers will likely go down. That's going to be what? Oh yeah, that's going to be 11 villagers down. That's a big loss of villagers. Yellow's now eyeing for this secret site now. Both 6 sites being captured up by Yellow. Now this force now push way over here. This spearman does get cleaned up by these Royal Knights. The monk is going to be running away from these forces. Now got the melee armor being researched by Green. Longbowman and crossbow in this region. That would be good against his opponent's current composition. Spearman needs to be pushed on forward as well. There's another veteran spearman upgrade. His good hits there. Good hits there. Does take out one of the horsemen. Good hits there. Looks like Yellow will win the fight, but it will not be a pretty fight for either side. Up north, that scholar may have been killed off by that spearman. All of Yellow's horsemen are going down, barring a handful of knights. More Royal Knights pushing on forward. Yellow's advancing forward with some more Royal Knights. We need to start eyeing for securing up that central gold. Yellow's also low in villager as well. Granted, he does have extra gold income thanks to all the relics he's secured. Not sure how many he actually gotten. This monk will be stabbed to death. Let's see how many relics he's claimed. He does have this one. He's claimed 3. Don't see a monastery over here. There's a monastery, and he has claimed 2, so there's the 5 relics. Monk does go down now. Yellow's advancing forward. Royal Knights receive some fire there. Got a good number of crossbowmen in this region. Archers now firing away. These villagers are trying to advance forward, pulling a forward keep there next to this gold. Royal Knights trying to avoid this initial fire. These man-arms are very resilient at the moment. Now the Royal Knights from behind hit these villagers. Archer's starting to get overran by these men-arms. Yellow just may need to back off this region. I don't think he's going to win out. Let's get the tower garrison, but there's a keep in this region. Villagers stay out +1/+2 armor as well. And Yellow's going to be backing out of this region. Right now, either player is eyeing some keeps, so keeps in the center of the map.
Longtemps va-t-il demeurer?
À l'arsenal, chevalier.
Big line of palisade walls being pulled out. This sickle side has not been decaptured. Does have the spearman nearby. Royal Knights now charging forward. Going past straight to the villager line wouldn't be half bad. Yellow, green's not cleaning up this gold. Yellow's just being defensive around this gold he already has secured. He does pull out a defensive keep there, probably for his influence benefit. A number of these villagers start going down for green. Does give Yellow now a villager advantage. Over here, we do got this spearman and man-at-arms pushing down that mill. Does find some more villagers here. That's advance forward, trying to get these forces. There's something you can do as well. If you've ever played Mongols, you can do something similar with Magadai, but instead of just trying to focus on these villagers, you simply just run by them and watch them all die. Now that's excited being captured up by Yellow, trying to hide for more gold. Got a siege workshop here, and now it's going for his castle influence.
Chevalier, avant, mes seigneurs.
The French player is pretty low on wood. He's getting some more wood-eyed. More Royal Knights charging forward, trying to deal some more hits on these villagers. Not Royal Knights now trying to make their way back on in, but it looks like they just got a general move order and received a lot of hits. Does take out another one of these villagers. The villagers do have looms, so they can withstand a bit more damage from these knights. That knight does go down now. These knights are starting to be focused down as well. Green's horsemen charging forward, they will be annihilated. Now I've got a line of palisade walls there just to help deny flanks. The stone's now being cleaned up by Yellow. Okay, so we're pushing way forward. Does have the castle network now active, spotted by this single knight. These Royal Knights are advancing on forward as well. Trying to hit the villagers once more. It does have another line of palisade walls there, so it's going to have to go through this increasingly shrunken gap. Yellow's now eyeing for a forward keep. He's going to start eyeing for this central gold to help secure it up. Going for additional keeps wouldn't hurt. For our line of archery ranges and all that sort as well. And this monk is not going to be chased ring around the rosy. The second side has been decaptured. He's now eyeing to claim some gold as well. Let's spot this yellow keep now. May find some of these villagers though. Good Mangonel hit there. As That's going to be starting Iron Gold Mine, as well as more Argent Rangers, getting a massive wave of Arbaletiers. This one does have a handful of nice support on the field, but it's primarily meant for these mana arms.
Je suis votre serveuse. Auf vostre service.
Ça ist Ben Manuel.
A sizable force over here. Knights are falling back away from those crossbowmen, having trouble getting through. These knights are fighting this arm as well. Right now, both sides are sort of contested to one part of the map. Green does have a good number of archers in that region. That's going to take time to clean up these spearmen there of his Royal Knights. Royal Spearmen's going to be ring around the Rosie. There's other force. More Palisade Bolts going up for yellow. Lines are being set. Horseman looks like tried to go through this Palisade Gate, was unsuccessful. That's got one of those crossbowmen there. And when the Royal Knights do go down there, second crossbowman does go down. Now we've got the Berkshire Castle people on the field. He's going to immediately try to storm that, try to prevent it. He really needs to start hitting it now. Mangonel's pushing way forward. That's a good number of archers as well. We've got another keeping point on out. Big engagement here. Mangonel's going to fire a pretty sizable volley there. Springbolt gets some shots on in. Let's get one of the Mangonels now. Royal Knights are falling back. There's a good number of archers in this region. And now there's the Berkshire Castle. Needs to be immediately upgraded with some of these defensive weapons. Now even some of these villagers starting to get hit. He needs to get inside that keep as well. And the keep's holding up, but right now the Berkshire Castle has an immense range, 16 tower range. Mining camp will going down. Are the keeps in range of each other? Looks like they're shooting smaller structures. Berkshire Castle's hitting the keep now. They just want to go for the spring golden placements, other than things of that sort. Right now, both sides need to pull out some trebuchets. Keeps receiving quite a bit of fire from the Berkshire Castle, as well as from the trebuchet. Dale's going to be trying to break through some of these walls there to hit the backline trebuchets. You got one trebuchet deployed on the field for yellow, another one on the build queue. And this Palisade Gate is now receiving quite a bit of fire over here. Knights will again try to break through this wall. Berkshire Castle is now receiving quite a bit of damage. It does have more health than a regular keep. And its Palisade Gate will be repaired on up. I wonder, if you load up your units inside the Berkshire Castle for extra arrows, will it also have the 16 in range? If it does, that'll probably be a good idea just to get it firing even faster. Unsuccessful breaking through as well. Maybe we'll find these crossbowmen if they stay on the outside of the wall. The other trebuchets are now engaging away. They do, of course, have 60 tower range, which is, I believe, the same range as the Berkshire Castle. Oh, no, it's only 15 tower range. Roll Knights do break on through. There's a lot of boosted targets there. He could have stayed there and fight, but he's going to receive a lot of losses as well. Both sides going for the gold. We do have this another green keep going on in. Looks like yellow is a pop cap. He's going for the red palace now. Where's Red Palace? There's a Red Palace. The Red Palace, I believe, has a lot of Arbalest emplacements. Features high damage Arbalest emplacements. Each garrison adds additional Arbalests. Wait, holy crap! That's a lot of Arbalests. How many units can get inside of that?
bien assommé.
It has 10 tower range. And it has 15. Does that mean it can get like 15 Arbalists? That would be absurd. Try and break through that wall once again. Try and go through this wall again. He may just have to lose some units to break through those walls. It forces his opponent back. That can be very good. He's really going to try to grab as much gold as possible on the center of the map. So is yellow as well. We don't have a lot of economic research for yellow, nor for green. All the extra structures are going down. And now we've got these Royal Knights now broke on through. These Royal Knights have soft retreated up here. These are spearmen and crossbowmen. No spearmen, just crossbowmen and longbowmen. Let's find a good volley there, just too many crossbowmen. Now these Royal Knights going to push and hit his opponent's villagers. Berkshire Castle is being repaired on up. I wonder if that one actually got destroyed. Oh, it's getting destroyed. Green's losing a lot of stone because of the Arbalisk emplacements. Yeah, there's a whole Arbalisk. Holy crap. No wonder whenever I said battle rams for that, it gets annihilated. Battle rams get annihilated. These crossmen advancing forward. May take out some villagers there. Berkshire Castle receiving a lot of repairs. Looks like these trebuchets do fall back. Got a good number of spring gulls in replacement. Yellow's now advancing forward with a massive force of Royal Knights and Arbaletiers. Arbaletiers, if they get too close, they're in the range of Berkshire Castle. They need to deploy the passive sooner or later. That will really help them out staying alive. Royal Knights trying to chop down a lot of these forces, hitting a lot of the man-at-arms as well. There's that the Berkshire Castle. They do 16 damage or 17 damage per arrow. This will increase their armor up from 2 to 7 if they deploy the passive, which is very important. Trebuchet is now engaging the regular castle, not hitting the Berkshire Castle. We also have a Ford University. Yellows or greens keeps on going down. Keep a set of blaze. Got the Royal Knights charging forward as well. There's only a handful of spearmen in this region. Oops, camera went crazy. Trebuchet is now engaged in the Berkshire Castle. It's going to take some damage there from the spearmen, but does have a good number of Royal Knights here. Green does have an inferior number of forces out on the field. The Arbaletiers not going to be great in this engagement. They do have what? +7 armor? What sort of research do they get that +7? They must have some sort of unique research to get them a lot of additional armor there. I'm not sure what though. They need to pull out the passives because we're going to receive a lot of fire from that Berkshire Castle at the moment. And green does back out of the game now. This is Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So that's probably going to be my last replay for tonight. I'm getting a little bit exhausted, so everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.